Hello everyone, I'm the storyteller and here to help you today. I know you use this video to fall asleep. Before we start, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. Also, tell me where you're watching from and what time it is. Now, get comfortable and relax. You step outside, the cool mist swirling around your ankles like a whispered embrace. The world feels hushed here, as if the air itself is holding its breath, waiting patiently for something unseen to reveal itself. The damp grass presses lightly beneath your feet, each blade sparkling with tiny beads of moisture that catch the faint light. Your senses stretch outward, reaching into the fog that softens the edges of trees and fences, blurring the familiar into something tenderly strange. There is a stillness so profound it wraps around you like a warm shawl, comforting yet charged with subtle anticipation. You hear only the faintest sounds, the gentle rustle of leaves, the distant call of an owl, and beneath it all, the rhythmic patter of your own footsteps. But then, almost imperceptibly, another sound joins the quiet. A faint echo-soft, measured footsteps that don't match your own. They come and go like a gentle breeze, brushing close and then fading into the mist, as if someone else is walking just out of sight. You pause, your breath forming small clouds in the cool air, heart steady yet alert. The mist coils around the trees, making their trunks loom like silent sentinels guarding a secret path. You feel the subtle pull of those unseen footsteps, guiding you forward without urgency, as though inviting you to follow a trail only the night can show. The fog embraces you, blurring the boundary between here and somewhere just beyond. Your fingers brush the damp leaves along the path, their touch cool and soft, grounding you in this twilight world. The footsteps grow slightly closer, steady, but never hurried. A quiet rhythm that seems to match the beating of your heart. You wonder if they belong to a wanderer of the night, a gentle spirit walking the earth between dreams. With each step, you feel more connected to the night's unfolding story, the silent footsteps weaving a thread through the mist, drawing you deeper into a world both strange and familiar. The air tastes faintly of moss and rain, a fragrance that lulls your mind toward calm reflection. Though the footsteps never reveal their source, you sense no threat only, a quiet companionship, a presence that walks beside you in this gentle fog. The mist parts softly to reveal a glimmer of moonlight on a hidden path, promising more mysteries just ahead. You take a slow breath, letting the cool night fill your lungs and settle your thoughts. The silent footsteps fade once again, leaving you wrapped in the tender stillness. Cradled by the mist's gentle embrace, the lanterns flicker in fog. You step carefully into the thickening fog, feeling the damp air curl around you like a silken veil. The world narrows, sounds muffled and softened by the dense mist that clings to every surface. Ahead, a faint flicker catches your Aja lantern, its flame dancing gently against the grey curtain of night. The lantern's glow is small, but steadfast, a fragile pulse of warmth in the cool hush. It wavers with the breath of the night, casting quivering shadows that stretch and shrink as if breathing along with you. You feel drawn to it, as though the flame holds a quiet promise, a silent invitation to follow. Your footsteps are muffled on the soft earth, the fog wrapping your senses in a gentle cocoon. The lantern sways with a slow rhythm, bobbing lightly through the haze, guiding you onward without urgency. Each flicker is like a whispered word, speaking in a language older than time, pulling you closer to the unknown. Around you, the shapes of trees emerge and fade like memories. Their branches reach out through the mist, clad in droplets that glisten faintly in the lantern's warm light. The scent of damp moss and earth rises with the fog, grounding you in this quiet, enchanted place. You reach out, as if to steady the lantern's flame, but it remains just beyond your grasp, always leading, never captured. The light reveals delicate webs strung between branches, shimmering threads that catch and hold the glow, sparkling like tiny stars woven into the mist. With every step, the lantern's flicker steadies your breath and softens your thoughts. It feels like a companion in the quiet dark, a guardian of secrets whispered by the night. The air hums with gentle energy, alive with possibility, yet wrapped in soothing calm. Farther along the path, the lantern's glow shifts, revealing a glimpse of something half-hidden, weathered stone, a forgotten marker softened by time and shadow. You pause, the flame's warmth brushing against your skin like a tender reassurance, inviting you to wonder what stories lie buried beneath the fog. As the lantern flickers once more, you sense that the journey has only just begun. The night holds many quiet mysteries, and this gentle light is your guide through them, soft, steady, and filled with gentle promise. Footsteps on the wet path, the rain has softened to a gentle drizzle, leaving the path beneath your feet slick and glistening in the muted light. Each step you take presses softly into the wet earth, the cool soil yielding just enough to leave a fleeting mark. Around you, the air is thick with the scent of damp leaves and fresh rain, a fragrance that calms and awakens at once. Ahead, faint footsteps mingle with your own, delicate and unhurried. They sound familiar, like echoes of a long-forgotten walk, yet just out of rich hallways, just ahead, never quite close enough to see. You slow your pace, your senses attuned to this quiet rhythm that matches the pulse of the night. The path winds through a forest softened by the rain, trees standing tall like watchful guardians draped in veils of mist. Their branches drip with lingering droplets, shimmering faintly as they catch the pale moonlight breaking through the clouds. Shadows pool between the trunks, shifting gently as if alive, moving with a slow, measured grace. You feel the dampness of the air settle on your skin, cool and soothing, while the soft patter of rain becomes a distant lullaby. The footsteps guide you deeper into this serene world, weaving through patches of moss and clusters of fallen leaves that whisper beneath your feet. Each step forward feels like stepping into a dream, both old and new, where the boundaries between reality and memory blur. A slight breeze stirs, carrying the faintest sound of a whispered voice. Barely audible, yet comforting, a soft murmur carried on the rain's gentle breath. You follow the path with quiet reverence, senses sharpened, heart steady but open to the night's subtle call. Here, the world feels suspended in time, held in a delicate balance between shadow and light, silence and sound. The footsteps continue, steady and true, as if inviting you to walk alongside a companion who has long since vanished, but whose presence lingers in the mist. You take a deep breath, letting the cool air fill your lungs, grounding you in this tranquil moment. The rain continues its soft song, and the footsteps lead onward, promising more stories whispered along the wet path. The house beyond the mist, you find yourself drawn forward, the mist swirling around your ankles like a gentle tide. The path widens, revealing a figure blurred by the fogger house, standing quietly beyond the haze. Its shape is familiar, timeless, as if it has waited patiently through countless nights, welcoming weary souls to its shelter. The walls, softened by time and shadow, hold the faint scent of aged wood and distant fires. Through the mist, the windows gleam softly, a warm amber light flickering like the heartbeat of the house itself. It pulses gently, beckoning you nearer, promising a calm refuge wrapped in stories whispered by generations long past. As you approach, the mist parts like a curtain, revealing the delicate details of the porch wooden railing worn smooth by years of gentle hands. A swing hanging silently, swaying slightly in the cool night air. The scent of damp earth mingles with faint traces of lavender and burning pine. Comforting and familiar that the air around the house is still, filled with a soft hum of quiet life. You imagine the faint crackle of a fire within, the slow turning of pages in a forgotten book, the whispered laughter of memories held close. Shadows dance just beyond the warm glow, playful and serene, inviting you to sit and listen to the stories they carry. The door stands slightly ajar, as if waiting for your arrival. You hesitate, feeling a tender mix of anticipation and peace. The mist curls gently around your feet, wrapping you in a cool embrace, reminding you that you are safe here. In this space between night and dream, you step onto the porch, the wood creaking softly beneath you, a delicate sound that blends with the distant whisper of wind through the trees. The house breathes around you alive with quiet history and gentle secrets that do not demand answers but offer comfort in their presence. Inside, the lanterns flicker with a warm light, casting soft shadows that weave like silent dancers across the walls. You feel the calm pulse of this place, a heartbeat echoing through time, steady and soothing. Here, the night is not dark or lonely but filled with the tender glow of belonging. You close your eyes briefly, letting the house's warmth seep into your skin, your breath sinking with the slow rhythm of flickering light and soft silence. Outside, the mist curls like a guardian, holding the world in gentle suspense. Echoes in the hollow you find yourself stepping beyond the warm glow of the house, drawn toward a hollow nestled just past the edge of the clearing. The mist lingers here like a silken veil, curling low among twisted roots and soft moss. The air feels cooler now, carrying a faint echo that seems to ripple through the quiet space, a sound both distant and near. Like a song remembered from long ago, the hollow breathes with the soft sighs of the night, a gentle pulse that stirs the stillness beneath your feet. Each echo floats softly, rising like a delicate ripple across the surface of a dark, silent pond. You strain your ears to catch their melody, a blend of voices, footsteps, and whispered words that fold gently into the shadows around you. The trees lean closer, their branches arching protectively, as if to cradle the hollow's secret. The mist swirls slowly between trunks, wrapping the space in quiet mystery. You feel the cool touch of damp earth beneath your fingers as you reach out to trace the outline of a smooth stone. Worn by time and countless quiet moments, the echoes drift softly through the hollow, carrying stories without beginnings or ends, fragments of laughter, sighs of longing, and the gentle rustle of leaves stirred by unseen hands. The sounds blend seamlessly with the steady rhythm of your own breath, weaving you into the fabric of the night's quiet song as you stand in the hollow's heart. The mist thickens just enough to blur the edges of reality, inviting you to drift between moments, to wander through memories suspended in time. The echoes seem to pulse in sync with your heartbeat, a tender connection to places both lost and waiting to be found. The air hums with an ancient calm, a stillness that soothes and stirs all at once. You close your eyes briefly, letting the echoes wash over you like a gentle tide, carrying you softly deeper into the night's embrace. The forgotten gardens murmur. You step gently into the forgotten garden, where time seems to slow and soften like the evening mist wrapping around. Delicate blossoms. The air here is thick with the scent of earth and wildflowers, mingled with the faint sweetness of something old, and tender, an echo of care long past but never quite gone. The garden is a secret cradle, hidden beneath a canopy of gnarled branches, an ivy that weaves itself lovingly through weathered stone walls. Dew clings to every leaf and petal, shimmering softly in the silver light cast by a shy moon peeking through scattered clouds. Each drop is a tiny mirror, reflecting fragments of starlight and the quiet glow of the night. As you walk along the narrow paths, your footsteps muffled by moss and fallen petals, you hear the garden's murmur, delicate rustling of leaves, stirred by a whispering breeze that seems to carry voices from another time. It is a gentle sound, like a lullaby sung softly beneath the canopy, wrapping you in a blanket of calm and wonder. Ferns brush lightly against your fingertips, their edges cool and soft as a secret shared between old friends. Vines curl and twist around rusted iron gates, their tendrils reaching like slow, graceful hands, inviting you deeper into the garden's embrace. Somewhere, a nightbird sings a muted song, a note both haunting and soothing that floats through the stillness. You pause beside a weathered stone bench, its surface worn smooth by years of quiet reflection. The murmurs grow just a little louder here, a symphony of nature's breath mingling with faint whispers of forgotten footsteps and soft laughter that once danced through this sacred space. It feels as if the garden remembers all who came before, their stories folded gently into the soil and sky. The cool air brushes against your skin, carrying the promise of peace and the quiet magic that lingers just beneath the surface. You breathe deeply, letting the garden's tender murmur calm your thoughts and still your heart, inviting you to rest a while in this hidden sanctuary, in this moment. The forgotten garden feels alive, not with noise or rush, but with the steady, patient pulse of life, dreaming quietly beneath the moon's watchful eye. Beneath the weeping willow you find yourself drawn beneath the long, graceful arms of the weeping willow, its slender branches brushing the earth like delicate fingers tracing a secret lullaby. The air here is cool and still, carrying a faint, sweet fragrance of rain-washed leaves and soft earth. The willow's canopy sways gently, a slow, rhythmic dance that mirrors the calm beating of your own heart. The ground beneath is soft, blanketed in a carpet of moss and fallen leaves that cushion your steps. As you settle down beneath the trees, sheltering arms, you feel the weight of the world ease away, replaced by a gentle quietude that hums softly through the air. The night wraps around you like a warm shawl, tender and protective. Soft whispers ride the breeze, faint voices mingling with the rustle of branches, weaving stories carried from distant times. They speak of longing and comfort, of sorrow folded into hope, their echoes lingering in the cool night air. You listen closely, the gentle murmurs blending with the willow's sway, creating a harmony that soothes your spirit. A single drop of dew slips from a leaf, tracing a shimmering path to the earth. It sparkles briefly in the muted light before dissolving into the soil, an emblem of fleeting moments and quiet farewells. The world feels suspended here, balanced delicately between memory and dreams, sadness and peace. You close your eyes for a moment, letting the willow's embrace cradle you. The gentle sway becomes a lullaby, rocking you toward stillness and rest. The soft breath of night seems to carry away the last traces of worry, leaving only the calm pulse of life in its purest form. Beneath the weeping willow, you find a sacred space where time slows and the heart learns to breathe deeply again. It is a place of quiet grace, where shadows and light dance together in tender understanding. The clock that lost its time, you enter a dimly lit room, where the air feels thick with stillness, heavy yet soothing. Against the faded wallpaper, an antique clock rests quietly on a wooden mantelpiece, its face worn but gentle, etched with the soft patina of age. The clock's hands are frozen, locked in a silent pause that seems to hold the breath of long-forgotten hours. The faint tick that once measured moments has faded into silence, leaving time suspended like a delicate bubble, fragile and shimmering in the muted light. You watch as dust motes drift lazily in the beams of moonlight filtering through the window, each one floating as if caught in the clock's timeless grasp. Around you, the room breathes softly, the creak of aged floorboards, the gentle sigh of the night wind brushing against curtains, the subtle rustle of pages in a forgotten book left open on a nearby table. These quiet sounds ripple gently, filling the stillness with a tender, breathing life. You reach out your hand slowly, almost hesitant, feeling the cool wood beneath your fingertips. The clock holds its secrets close, whispering stories of moments once lived and now paused, laughter lingering in shadows, footsteps echoing faintly in empty halls, and the soft tick of time now lost. In this suspended space, seconds fold into each other like petals of a night-blooming flower, unfolding memories that never rush, never fade, but rest quietly, waiting to be discovered. The stillness wraps around you, a gentle reminder that some things are meant to be savored slowly, held in the delicate balance between past and present. As you breathe deeply, the weight of frozen time settles softly in your chest, a calm echo that invites you to linger a little longer, to let the silence cradle your thoughts and dreams. Outside, the night continues its steady march, but here, within these walls, time itself seems to pause, a silent guardian of forgotten moments. Ghost. Light on the river's edge, you stand at the river's edge, where the water flows slow and deep beneath a blanket of night. The air is cool and crisp, carrying the faint scent of wet earth and river moss, mingling with the distant murmur of moving water. The world feels hushed here, as if the night itself is holding its breath, waiting patiently beside the gentle current. A soft light catches your eyepel, and wavering, hovering just above the water's surface. It flickers gently, like a solitary flame battling the dark, casting shimmering reflections that ripple across the smooth river. The ghostly glow seems both near and far, elusive yet persistent, a quiet song sung in light. You move closer, your footsteps silent on the damp riverbank, senses sharpened to the night's subtle rhythms. The light dances with the movement of the water, weaving between reeds and stones, teasing the edges of shadow with its fragile warmth. It beckons without urgency, inviting you to follow its slow, mesmerizing path. The river's surface mirrors the moon's soft glow, mingling silver and shadow in a delicate embrace. Around you, the trees stand tall and still, their branches dipping toward the water as if to catch the ghostlight's tender flicker. The night hums with a gentle energy, alive with quiet secrets carried by the river's flow. You reach out instinctively, fingertips brushing the cool, damp air where the light lingers. It feels like a fragile promise, a silent companion in the dark, glowing with an ancient calm. The river sings softly a lullaby of time and memory, of journeys begun and stories yet to be told. As you stand by the water's edge, the ghost light pulses gently, weaving threads of warmth through the cool night air. It is a beacon not of fear, but of quiet hope, guiding you onward through the gentle mystery of the night. Murmurs beneath the fallen leaves, you walk slowly through a forest floor thick with fallen leaves, their colors faded to muted browns and golds, crinkling softly beneath your feet like a whispered farewell. The air here is cool and sharp, carrying the scent of damp earth and the faint musk of moss, mingling with the gentle rustle of shifting leaves around you. The trees stand tall and patient, their bare branches tracing delicate patterns against the darkening sky. The last light of day filters softly through the thinning canopy, casting a gentle glow that dances among the leaves like fleeting memories caught in a breeze. As you bend down, the dry leaves shift with a soft sigh, revealing tiny secrets hidden beneath their brittle layers. A faint murmur rises, carried on the breath of the wind's subtle song of earth and time, of moments folded into the soil like forgotten stories. It's a quiet sound, barely more than a breath, yet it holds the weight of countless autumn nights. You let your fingers brush lightly over the leaves, feeling their crisp edges crumble softly beneath your touch. The murmurs rise and fall in gentle waves, like distant voices weaving through the stillness, inviting you to listen deeper. Each whisper feels like a thread connecting you to the quiet heart of the forest, to the cycle of endings and beginnings cradled beneath the fallen leaves. The cool air wraps around you, soothing and steady, as the murmurs blend with the soft rustling of branches swaying in the night breeze. Shadows lengthen and shift, casting the forest floor in a patchwork of light and darker, silent dance of nature's endless rhythm. You close your eyes for a moment, letting the murmurs wash over you like a gentle tide, carrying you softly into the quiet mystery of the night. The world feels both vast and intimate here, held tenderly in the balance between shadow and light, silence and sound. The veil between dreams and rain stand beneath a sky heavy with rain, each drop falling like a soft murmur against the earth and leaves. The air is cool and thick, carrying the scent of wet stone and fresh soil, mingling with the faint perfume of distant blossoms. Around you, the world blurs softly at the edges, as if wrapped in a delicate veil spun from mist and memory. The rain falls steadily, a gentle rhythm that soothes your senses, washing away the sharpness of the day and inviting your mind to wander. With each drop, the line between waking and dreaming grows thin, shimmering like a fragile thread stretched across the night. You close your eyes, feeling the cool touch of rain on your skin, a tender kiss that blurs the boundary between what is and what might be. In this quiet space, your thoughts drift like clouds, floating between moments and memories, hopes and shadows. A soft breeze stirs, carrying the distant sound of water trickling and leaves rustling, a lullaby woven from nature's breath. It pulls you gently toward a place where dreams gather, a twilight realm bathed in silver light and shadowed whispers. Here, the veil shimmers softly, a curtain woven from rain and reverie, beckoning you to step beyond the ordinary. You sense the presence of quiet stories waiting to unfold, tales wrapped in the hush of night and the gentle patter of falling water. The world feels suspended, caught between moments, as if time itself holds its breath. You breathe deeply, letting the veil enfold you in its cool embrace, guiding you softly deeper into the stillness where dreams and rain dance together as the rain continues its steady song. You feel a calm settle within, a peaceful merging of mind and night, reality and imagination. The veil invites you to wander further, to follow its shimmering path into the heart of quiet mystery. Silent figures in the downpour, you step into the rain's embrace. Each drop a soft drum against your skin, steady and soothing. The world around you is blurred, colors muted beneath the steady gray sky, while the air feels thick with moisture and calm. Through the shimmering curtain of rain, shadowed figures appear still and silent like sentinels woven from mist and water. They stand motionless along the path, their shapes softened by the falling droplets, edges fading into the misty air. Though they remain quiet, their presence is palpably a steady heartbeat beneath the storm's gentle roar. You feel no fear here, only a deep sense of calm, as if these silent watchers have come to guard the night's fragile peace. The rhythmic patter of rain creates a soothing soundtrack, a lullaby that wraps around you like a warm shawl. Each droplet seems to wash away the noise of the day, leaving behind a serene hush that cradles your thoughts. The figures do not move or speak, yet their stillness speaks volumes, silent communion shared in the quiet space between raindrops. You breathe deeply, the cool air filling your lungs with the fresh scent of earth and rain-soaked leaves. The figures seem to hold a gentle invitation, urging you to slow down, to listen closely, to find comfort in the night's tender embrace. Their silent vigil feels timeless, woven into the very fabric of the downpour dot. As you walk alongside them, the rain clings softly to your clothes and hair, each drop a reminder of the night's delicate balance between motion and stillness, sound and silence. The figures remain beside you, unwavering and calm, a quiet presence in the midst of the gentle storm. You close your eyes for a moment, letting the rain's steady rhythm guide your breath, washing away tension and worry. In this shared silence, you find a peaceful refugian island of calm beneath the endless sky. The door that opens to nowhere, you find yourself standing before an old door, nestled between weathered walls veiled in twilight's soft shadow. The wood is aged and smooth, beneath your fingertips, cool with the touch of evening air. Its surface bears the faintest traces of forgotten stories, scratches, worn edges, a handle shaped by countless hands long gone. The door is closed, yet it hums quietly with a promise, a secret held tightly behind its sturdy frame. You reach out slowly, fingers brushing the worn handle, feeling the slight tremor of anticipation that lingers just beneath the surface. The air around you seems to still, the night holding its breath in waiting. With a gentle push, the door swings open, not onto another room or familiar path, but into a soft, swirling emptiness. A space without edges, where shadows ripple and dissolve like mist, and light seems to bend and fold upon itself. The world beyond is a quiet void, neither dark nor bright, but filled with the calm potential of something waiting to be born. You step forward tentatively, senses alert yet calm, feeling the boundary between here and nowhere dissolve beneath. Your feet, the silence envelops you like a tender embrace, comforting and vast, inviting you to wander without direction or expectation. Time seems to slow, stretching and folding like a quiet sigh in the space between heartbeats. The door closes softly behind you, a gentle click that echoes faintly in the stillness. You stand alone in this in-between place where thoughts drift, freely like leaves on a slow current. Here, possibilities shimmer just beyond reach, and the weight of certainty falls away, replaced by a peaceful openness. You breathe deeply, the air cool and pure, carrying the faintest scent of rain and distant earth. The emptiness is not empty at all, it is alive with quiet energy, a space where dreams and reality gently intertwine, waiting for your next step as you stand beneath the soft glow of this timeless place. You feel a calm pulsar, slow heartbeat beneath the silence that guides you onward, deeper into the mystery. Cradled by the night's quiet rain, you step into the gentle embrace of the night's quiet rain, each drop falling softly, like a whispered promise against your skin. The air is cool and fresh, filled with the earthy scent of wet soil and delicate petals, mingling with the faint murmur of distant leaves rustling in the breeze. Around you, the world feels hushed, wrapped in a blanket of calm that soothes and comforts. The rain's steady rhythm creates a tender, melodia lullaby sung by the night itself. Each drop lands with a soft patter, a gentle pulse that matches the steady beating of your heart. The world slows and your breath deepens, drawn into the peaceful cadence that surrounds you. You close your eyes for a moment, letting the rain wash away the noise and weight of the day. The cool droplets trace paths down your face and hands, delicate trails that sparkle briefly before disappearing into the earth. In this quiet, the night feels alive yet safe, a sanctuary cradling you in its gentle arms. The sky above is a muted canvas of soft grey, shadows blending seamlessly with the mist that rises from the soaked ground. The rain wraps the trees and grass in shimmering veils, each leaf and blade glistening like a secret held close. The air hums softly with tiny creatures stirring beneath the shelter of leaves. The distant call of a night bird, the whisper of wind weaving through branches, dot with each breath. You feel the calm deepen, your senses attuned to the quiet symphony of rain and night. The world around you is both still and alive, a gentle paradox that invites rest and reflection. The rain's embrace feels like a slow, soothing heartbeat, steady and unwavering. You step lightly, feeling the soft earth yield beneath your feet, grounding you in this serene moment. The night's quiet rain cradles you, a gentle presence that lulls you toward peace, wrapping your thoughts in a tender cocoon of calm. As the rain continues its soft song, you find yourself drifting, carried gently by the night's embrace, toward dreams woven from quiet light and shadow. When the rain finally stops, the final drops of rain fall softly, each one a delicate goodbye as the storm begins to yield to quiet. The world around you feels renewed, wrapped in a serene silence that follows the gentle drumming of water on leaves and earth. The air is cool and clear, carrying the fresh scent of rain-washed stone and grass, a tender promise whispered on the breeze. You stand still, toes sinking lightly into the softened ground, feeling the earth pulse gently beneath you, steady, alive and calm. The sky above begins to lighten, muted colors brushing the horizon with pale strokes of dawn. The mist lingers, delicate and slow to fade, folding softly around trees and fields like a whispered farewell all around. The world breathes a slow sigh, settling after the storm's embrace. Tiny droplets cling to leaves and petals, shimmering like scattered stars caught in morning light. A gentle breeze stirs, carrying the faint rustle of awakening lifebirds stretching their wings, insects stirring beneath the foliage, the soft murmur of a distant stream. Your breath deepens, filling your lungs with the crisp freshness that follows rain's retreat. A calm spreads through you, a quiet peace born from nature's rhythm, storm and stillness, movement and rest. In this moment, you feel held by the earth's gentle pulse, grounded and serene, as you watch the first light of morning spread across the sky. You sense the world's endless cycle turning softly, inviting you to step forward with quiet hope. The night's mysteries have folded away, leaving space for dreams to settle gently like dew upon the waking earth. You take a slow step onward, feeling the promise of a new day cradled in the calm after rain. The quiet pause where everything feels possible flickers in the distant storm. You stand beneath a vast sky heavy with shadow, the air thick with the charged stillness that precedes a storm. In the distance, flickers of light flash like whispered flames, soft and sporadic against the darkened canvas above. Each flicker is a quiet, pulsing, unspoken rhythm echoing through the heavy air, both fierce and gentle at once. The horizon trembles with low, rolling murmurs, the storm's breath stirring the edges of the night. The flickering lights dance in erratic patterns, weaving through clouds swollen with rain and mystery. You watch, heart steady and senses open, feeling the power of the tempest's quiet energy unfold before you, around you. The earth holds its breath, wrapped in the tense hush that crackles just beneath the surface. The scent of wet stone and ozone drifts on the breeze, grounding you in this charged moment, suspended between calm and storm. Shadows stretch and shift as the flickers pulse like distant beacons, guiding you toward the edge of night's wild heart. The air hums softly with anticipation, a delicate symphony of wind and distant thunder, light and shadow entwined in an ancient dance. You feel drawn to the flickers, their gentle glow, a reminder of nature's fierce beauty, wild, unpredictable, yet soothing in its raw truth. You breathe deeply, letting the storm's quiet power fill your lungs and steady your spirit. The distant flashes of light reflect in your eyes, shimmering like stars caught in the storm's embrace. In this moment, you are both observer and part of the unfolding mystery, connected to the pulse of the night as the flickers weave through the darkened sky. You sense the storm's promise not of chaos, but of renewal wrapped in shadow and light. The night holds its breath, ready to unfold the next chapter of its quiet, fierce song. The last whisper before sleep, lie quietly beneath a sky draped in velvet darkness, the gentle hush of night wrapping around you like a warm blanket. The air is cool and still, filled with the faint scent of jasmine and earth, mingling with the soft sigh of leaves brushing in the distance. All around, the world seems to pause, held tenderly in the delicate balance between wakefulness and dreams. A single whisper drifts through the air, barely more than a breath, yet it carries the weight of 1,000 quiet moments. It glides softly across your skin, a tender caress that calms the restless stirrings within. This last whisper is a lullaby sung by the night itself, inviting you to surrender to the soothing rhythm of sleep. Your breath slows, matching the gentle pulse of the darkened world, steady and calm. The whisper weaves through the silence, threading its way into your mind like a soft melody, guiding you gently away from thought and toward the stillness of dreams. Shadows fold into the corners of the room, their edges softened by the night's tender light dot in this quiet space. Worries and noise dissolve, replaced by a serene calm that settles deep in your heart. The whisper lingers like a promise that, here, in the calm between moments, you are safe, cradled by the night's quiet embrace. You feel yourself drifting, weightless and free, carried softly on the breath of evening dot outside. The world continues its gentle rhythm, the rustle of trees, the distant call of an owl, the faint patter of night's last dew, all blend into the perfect symphony of peace, a final song that carries you across the threshold of waking into restful sleep. As your eyes close fully, the whisper fades into silence, leaving only the soft beating of your own heart to guide you. Onward, between the drops, a silent watch you stand beneath a sky heavy with clouds, where rain falls in gentle bursts, each drop a fleeting moment of sound before the hush returns. Between the droplets lies a delicate silencer, space-filled, not with emptiness, but with a quiet presence that watches over the night. This silent watch wraps around you like a soft cloak, tender and unyielding. The world slows here, caught in the rhythm of falling water and lingering stillness. Each pause between drops feels like a heartbeat, steady and sure, grounding you in the calm embrace of night's quiet breath. The air is cool and damp, carrying the subtle scent of wet leaves and earth, wrapping your senses in a soothing balm. Around you, shadows shift softly, shapes blurred by the mist and the dance of rain. In the spaces between droplets, the night holds its secrets close, whispering them gently in the silence. You listen, attuned to the delicate balance, the fragile hush that follows each patter, where the world seems to breathe slow and deep. Your footsteps fall softly on the damp ground, muffled by the soft carpet of moss and fallen leaves. With each step, you become more aware of the silent watch, the unseen guardian of this serene moment, standing sentinel in the quiet spaces that connect the rain's gentle song. The sky above murmurs softly, clouds rolling like slow waves, holding the promise of more rain yet to come. But for now, the silence reigns a calm interlude that invites you to rest, to breathe, to simply be. The stillness cradles you, a gentle reminder that even in the midst of motion, peace endures. You close your eyes briefly, feeling the cool air brush your skin, the pause between drops stretching into a timeless space where thoughts soften and worries fade. Here, beneath the watchful night, you find a refuge wrapped in quiet grace. The calm after the storm's song, the tempest's roar quiets, its wild breath retreating into distant whispers. The heavy clouds begin to part, revealing glimpses of a star-blanketed sky that glimmers faintly through the fading mist. The air is crisp and fresh, carrying the subtle scent of damp earth and rain-kissed leaves, a fragrance both new and familiar. You stand quietly amidst this tranquil aftermath, the ground beneath your feet soaked yet steady, grounding you in the calm that follows nature's powerful song. Each breath you take fills you with a soothing stillness, a peaceful rhythm that matches the soft pulse of the settling night around you. The world holds its breath, wrapped in the delicate silence that only follows a storm. Tiny droplets cling, two branches and blades of grass, sparkling like scattered gems in the pale moonlight. The gentle rustle of leaves and the faint murmur of a distant stream create a tender lullaby, inviting your thoughts to drift gently with the night breeze. You close your eyes, letting the calm seep deep into your being, washing away the echoes of thunder and rain. The steady beat of your heart aligns with the quiet cadence of the earth, a harmonious dance of rest and renewal. In this serene space, time seems to slow, offering a moment of grace and stillness. As the stars shine brighter, a soft glow spreads across the horizon, promise of dawn's gentle arrival. The night's fierce energy has softened into a warm embrace, cradling you in its tender arms, guiding you toward peaceful dreams. You step forward slowly, feeling the soft earth beneath your feet, steady and sure, as the calm after the storm wraps around you like a whispered blessing. When dawn gently breaks the spell, you watch as the darkness slowly recedes, the horizon glowing faintly with the first blush of dawn. The sky shifts in soft hues of pale gold and blush pink, casting a warm, gentle light that touches the world, like a quiet awakening. The night's hush lingers still, a delicate balance between sleep and waking breath. The air is cool but sweet, carrying the fresh scent of dew-kissed grass and blossoming flowers. Around you, the earth stirs, gently leaves tremble softly in a light breeze, and distant birds begin their morning songs, their notes weaving through the stillness like threads of light. It feels as though the world is stretching, shaking off the last traces of night's embrace. You breathe deeply, filling your lungs with the calm promise of morning. The shadows that once danced softly now retreat, replaced by the tender glow of new beginnings. Each ray of light feels like a whispered hope, wrapping you in warmth and quiet assurance. As the sun rises higher, the spell of night gently breaks, revealing the world anew soft, fresh, and full of possibility. The gentle rhythm of life resumes, steady and sure, inviting you to step forward with open heart and steady steps. In this moment between night and day, you feel a profound peace, bridge between dreams and waking, where hope and calm intertwine. The dawn cradles you softly, a gentle reminder that every ending holds the promise of a beginning. You close your eyes briefly, savoring the quiet magic of this tender hour, before stepping gently into the new day's light. Rain's secret conversation. Find yourself standing amidst the gentle cascade of rain, each drop a soft note in a delicate symphony. The air around you is cool and fragrant, filled with the scent of wet soil and fresh leaves, mingling with the subtle hum of droplets meeting. Earth. The world feels alive with quiet voices, speaking in rhythms both ancient and new. The rain speaks in murmur-tiny conversations between sky and land, whispered across the glistening surfaces of leaves and stones. You lean in closer, your senses opening to the soft dialogue unfolding all around you. Each drop carries a story, a secret shared in the hush between moments, weaving a tapestry of sound and stillness. Around you, the rhythm of rain mingles with the gentle rustle of trees and the distant call of hidden creatures. The air vibrates with life, a quiet pulse that threads through the damp earth and rises in delicate spirals of mist. It feels as though the world is breathing softly, sharing its deepest truths in the language of water and wind. Your breath slows, matching the gentle cadence of the rain's song. The droplets catch the faint light, sparkling like tiny jewels, each one a messenger carrying whispers from far beyond. In this sacred space, time seems to fold gently upon itself, inviting you to linger in the soft embrace of nature's secret. Conversation. You close your eyes briefly, letting the rain's murmurs wash over you like a gentle tide, soothing and steadying your thoughts. The world feels both vast and intimate here, a place where the simplest sound holds profound meaning, and every drop is a thread in the fabric of night. As the rain continues its quiet exchange, you feel connected to earth, sky, and the endless stories whispered between them. The conversation flows on, soft and steady, inviting you to listen deeper, to hear the secrets carried on the rain's gentle breath. The hollow where time sleeps deep within the forest lies a hollow so still, where time itself seems to pause and rest. You step softly into this quiet sanctuary, feeling moments stretch and fold like gentle waves, inviting you to linger where stillness dreams. You enter the hollow with a careful step, the world around you softened by shadows and silence. The trees here stand taller, their branches arching overhead like silent guardians, weaving a canopy that filters the pale light into soft patterns on the earth. The air is cool and heavy with the scent of moss and ancient wood wrapping you in a calm embrace. The ground beneath your feet feels springy, carpeted with thick layers of fallen leaves and delicate ferns. Each step sinks lightly into the quiet earth, as though you are walking on a bed of whispered memories. Here, the usual rush of time seems to slow, stretching moments into gentle waves that roll softly through the stillness. You pause in the heart of the hollow, closing your eyes to the world outside. In this space, the noise of life fades away, replaced by a profound quiet, deep and steady, like the slow beating of a resting heart. It feels as though time itself has chosen this place to sleep, to dream beneath the shelter of ancient trees. Soft breezes stir the leaves above, their rustling a delicate lullaby that drifts through the hollow like a soothing breath. Light filters in through the canopy in dappled patches, casting gentle shadows that dance slowly across the ground. The air hums with a subtle energy, alive, yet serene, a perfect balance between movement and stillness. You breathe deeply, letting the hollow's calm fill your lungs and ease your mind. The silence here is not empty, but rich with the weight of moments held tenderly, waiting patiently for the world to catch up. It is a sanctuary for thought and rest, a place where the present unfolds gently, without hurry or expectation. As you stand surrounded by the hollow's quiet power, you feel a gentle peace settle within, a steady rhythm that aligns your breath with the slow pulse of the earth. Time feels like a soft thread, weaving you into the fabric of this timeless sanctuary. Veins of water through dark earth water, threads through soil like veins. Silent witness to hidden pains, rain seeps deep with stories old, softly murmured, never told. You feel the earth breathe beneath the night's cloak, beneath your feet. The earth is dark and damp, rich with the memory of countless rains that have fallen long before you arrived. It pulses softly, a living thing moving quietly beneath the surface, its breath slow and steady, felt but unseen. You pause to feel the coolness seeping into the soil, a gentle touch that threads through every root, every stone, every hidden crevice. Water travels silently here, weaving through the earth like delicate veins, carrying life's quiet pulse. It moves without sound, slipping through the dark soil with patient grace. A river beneath the surface that tells no tales aloud, but holds 1,000 stories in its flow. These stories are older than the trees standing sentinel overhead, older than the whispering wind that stirs the leaves. The rain that fell hours ago still lingers, sinking deeper with a soft persistence, threading its way through tangled roots and crumbled stone. Each droplet carries fragments of forgotten moments, distant storms, softened footsteps, laughter caught between raindrops. The earth drinks them in, folding them gently into its ancient memory, where time loses its sharp edges and softens into something more eternal. You kneel down, pressing your palm to the cool soil, feeling the subtle vibration beneath your skin. It is the earth's slow heartbeat, steady and enduring, pulsing with the secret rhythm of water's hidden journey. The veins beneath you are alive with movement, winding unseen through the dark, connecting all that is rooted and growing above you. The canopy rustles softly as night creatures stir, their quiet motions echoing the gentle flow beneath the ground. The air is thick with the scent of wet earth and moss, a fragrance that grounds you deeply in this moment, a bridge between what lies above and the silent world beneath your feet. You imagine the water's path, how it slips past stones worn, smooth by time, how it feeds the roots that clutch the soil like grasping hands. how it carries nourishment and memory alike, nourishing the life that dances above and weaving a quiet connection through all things. It is a journey without haste, a silent song sung in currents too deep to see but impossible to deny. The night sky stretches wide above, a velvety expanse dotted with distant stars that seem to shimmer in time with the earth's hidden breath. You sense the vastness of this underground river flowing endlessly beneath forests, fields and hills, a lifeline threading through the dark heart of the world. In this moment, you feel the unity of all things, the sky, the soil, the rain, and yourself bound together by these veins of water flowing quietly beneath the surface. It is a reminder that beneath the visible, beneath the noise and hurry, there is a deeper pulse, a steady current that carries the weight of countless unseen stories. Your breath slows, matching the rhythm of the earth's soft exhale, and your thoughts drift like leaves floating on a gentle stream. The night wraps around you like a cloak, warm and protective, holding you close as you listen to the subtle song beneath your feet, as the water continues its endless journey. Winding silently through the soil, you feel a profound calm settle, with an unspoken connection to the hidden world beneath, and to the quiet strength that moves unseen, yet always present. The window that watches you, a window, gleams with spectral light, watching through the long, dark night. Raindrops trail slow down its face. Each one holds a secret place, where whispers linger just beyond your gaze. You stand before the window, its glass catching the faint glow of moonlight that spills softly across the night. The pane shimmers with a spectral sheen, as if alive with quiet watchfulness. It feels almost like a gaze steady, patient, and filled with secrets too delicate to speak aloud. The window holds a silent presence, a calm observer of the world cloaked in darkness. Raindrops cling to the glass, their slow trails weaving delicate patterns as they drift downward. Each droplet carries its own secret moments, frozen in time, whispers of things once seen but never fully understood. You watch as the water meanders softly, a gentle dance tracing invisible lines that shimmer in the muted light. The night outside feels distant and still, softened by the rain's steady rhythm. Shadows shift gently, folding into one another as the wind stirs the trees beyond. Inside, the room is quiet, filled only with the soft pulse of your own breath and the faint ticking of an unseen clock. Yet the window holds its watchful gaze, bridging the boundary between here and somewhere just beyond reach. You lean closer, fingertips brushing the cool surface, feeling the glass's smooth chill beneath your skin. The window seems to breathe beneath your touch, alive with a gentle energy that hums softly in the silence. It is a portal not just to the outside world, but to something deeper, a place where whispers linger. Just beyond the edge of sight, the rain's soft patter creates a lullaby, a soothing melody that wraps around the night like a tender shawl. You imagine the stories held within each drop, secrets whispered in silence, memories folded quietly between moments of light and shadow. The window watches all of it, the passing of time, the shifting of seasons, the quiet passage of dreams dotting the stillness. You feel a connection, knowing that the window is not merely glass and frame, but a keeper of unseen tales. It invites you to pause, to listen beyond the surface, and to wonder about the mysteries that unfold when no one is looking. You close your eyes briefly, letting the window's watchful presence settle over you like a soft embrace. The rain trails continue their slow descent, a reminder that even in stillness, life moves gently onward, carrying secrets just out of reach. As you step back, The window gleams, once more silent, steady, and ever watchful, guarding the quiet magic held between rain and night. The breath between thunderclaps, between thunder's fierce embrace. A quiet breath fills empty space. You feel the pause in nature's song, where night and rain both belong, a stillness deep and strangely warm. The storm rages all around, thunder rolling across the sky like the growl of a distant giant. Lightning flashes in jagged bursts, illuminating the world for brief, brilliant moments before plunging it back into shadow. But between those fierce embraces of sound and light, a profound stillness settles, a quiet breath held deep within the heart of the storm. You stand rooted in that silence, feeling the weight of the pause pressing gently against your skin. The air is thick and warm, charged with electricity, yet softened by the tender hush that fills the space between thunderclaps. It is a moment suspended in time, when nature's roar quiets and the night holds its breath. Around you, the rain falls softly now, gentle droplets that patter with a soothing rhythm unlike the storm's earlier fury. Each drop feels like a soft note in a lullaby, a delicate counterpoint to the fading roar of thunder. The world seems to breathe with you in this comma shared. Exhale after the tempest's fierce dance. The scent of wet earth rises in the cool air, rich and grounding, mingling with the faint ozone trace left by lightning's passage. Your breath slows, deep and steady, syncing with the pulse of the quiet night. In this fragile pause, you feel connected to the storm's wild heart and the serene calm that follows its passage. The trees around sway gently, their leaves whispering secrets as the breeze weaves softly through their branches. Shadows stretch and fold in the dim light, painting the world with gentle strokes of dusk and dawn. The silence here is a live knot, empty but filled with the warm presence of stillness, wrapped in soft anticipation. You close your eyes briefly, letting the breath between thunderclaps cradle you like a tender embrace. The space holds a strange warmth, a comforting quiet that wraps around your thoughts and settles your spirit. It is a sanctuary within the storm, a place where chaos and calm intertwine as the next thunder roll rumbles faintly in the distance. You feel ready, grounded and serene to continue your journey through the night's unfolding story. Carried gently by the breath of quiet between the storm's fierce heartbeats. The path you'd never took, a path, appears beneath the rain, softly calling through your pain. Leaves glisten with quiet light, leading onward through the night, where unknown mysteries softly wait. The rain falls steadily, each drop a gentle kiss upon the earth, washing the world in a soft, silvery veil. Beneath your feet, the ground feels alive, soft, yielding, and fragrant with the scent of wet leaves and fresh soil. Before you, a path unfolds quietly, almost hidden beneath the steady fall, its edges blurred by mist and shadow. It is a path you've never noticed before, one that seems to breathe and pulse with a gentle, beckoning energy. You hesitate for a moment, feeling the weight of your own memories pressing softly against your heart, echoes of past choices, roads not taken, moments left behind. Yet the path calls to you, a whisper threading through the rain, pulling gently at the corners of your soul. Its voice is neither loud nor insistent, but steady and warm, inviting you to step forward and discover what lies beyond the familiar. The leaves lining the trail shimmer under the rain's caress, glistening with quiet light as if holding tiny stars within their veins. Each step you take sends soft ripples through puddles that mirror the muted sky, their surfaces broken only by the delicate dance of raindrops. The world around you feels hushed, wrapped in a cloak of stillness that both comforts and intrigues as you move deeper into the night. The path winds through ancient trees, their towering trunks cloaked in moss and shadow. Their branches stretch overhead like guardians, sheltering the way with a gentle embrace. The sound of the rain softens here, filtered by leaves that catch and cradle each droplet, creating a rhythmic symphony that guides your steps. You notice the subtle changes, the faint scent of wildflowers hidden beneath the damp earth, the quiet flutter of a nightbird taking wing, the cool brush of a breeze weaving through the canopy. Each detail feels like a secret shared between the path and your senses, a delicate thread connecting you to the unfolding mystery ahead. The deeper you walk, the more the familiar falls away. Thoughts and worries dissolve into the night's embrace, replaced by a serene curiosity. The path seems alive with possibility, a gentle promise whispered beneath the Raynan invitation to explore not just the world around you, but the quiet corners of your own heart. Shadows lengthen and mingle with pools of light that flicker softly among the trees, creating a dance of dark and glow that feels both ancient and new. You sense that this journey is as much within as without a passage through forgotten dreams and undiscovered hopes. Your breath slows, matching the steady rhythm of rain and footsteps, grounding you in the present moment. The path you never took is no longer a ghost of what might have been, but a living thread weaving you forward through night's tender mystery. With each step, you feel the gentle pull of unknown stories waiting just beyond the bend stories that promise to unfold, softly, like the rain itself, revealing truths wrapped in shadow and light. The candle that never dies a candle flickers in the storm, its steady flame a gentle form. Raindrops drum a soothing beat. Guarding light from cold defeat, you rest beneath its steady glow. Amidst the relentless rhythm of rain, a small candle burns. Steadily, its flame a soft beacon against the darkness and the storm's fierce breath. The light wavers gently but never falters, a quiet guardian in the night's embrace. Each flicker is a tender pulse, steady and calm, holding back the cold and the shadows that press close. You find yourself drawn to the candle's warmth, the way its glow spills softly around the space, wrapping you in a gentle cocoon of light. The air is thick with the scent of melted wax mingling with the fresh rain, a comforting presence that grounds you amidst the storm's wild song. Outside, raindrops drum a soothing beat against window panes and leaves, their steady patter creating a rhythm that mirrors the candle's quiet flicker. The sound is a lullaby soft and persistent, guarding the flame from cold defeat. Much like the calm that settles in your heart beneath the glow, you settle close to this steadfast light, feeling the warmth seep into your skin and thoughts alike. The world outside may roar and tremble, but here, within this small circle of firelight, peace reigns, a sanctuary carved from shadow and flame. The candle's flame dances with a slow grace, shadows shifting gently along the walls, weaving patterns that tell stories older than the night itself. Each flicker is a whisper, a reminder that even in the darkest storms, light endures steady, patient, and unwavering. You breathe deeply, letting the calm wash over you, the steady glow cradling your spirit and soothing the restless edges of the day. In this moment, the candle is more than flame, it is a quiet promise, a steadfast companion through the storm's fierce embrace. As the rain continues its gentle drumming, and the candle's light holds firm, you feel yourself drifting toward rest, cradled by the warmth and the enduring, quiet strength of this small, eternal flame. Silent footfalls on old stones hold the weight of time, silent footfalls in soft rhyme. Rain pats steady, a soft refrain, echoes lost in shadows. Domain. You follow steps that vanish slow. You tread softly upon ancient stones, worn smooth by countless footsteps that have come before you. Each stone beneath your feet carries the weight of Tiamat, silent witness to stories whispered and footsteps long faded into shadow. The path feels alive with memory, a quiet rhythm pulsing beneath the steady patter of rain. The rain falls gently, drumming a soft refrain that blends with the muted sound of your footsteps. It creates a delicate melody, steady and soothing, that echoes faintly against the cold stone and through the darkened air. Each drop seems to hold a note in a song sung quietly by the night itself. Around you, shadows stretch and fold like velvet curtains, blurring the edges of the world and softening the hard lines of stone walls and ancient ruins. The night is heavy, with mystery wrapped in a silence that hums softly beneath the rain's gentle percussion. You sense the presence of something unseen. Footsteps that once walked this path and now vanish slowly into the dark. You follow the sound, each step matching the slow rhythm of those lost footfalls. The path winds through narrow alleys and forgotten courtyards, places where history breathes softly in the cool, damp air. Moss clings to weathered surfaces, and droplets cling to crumbling edges, sparkling like tiny stars caught in the rain. The echoes of footsteps drift faintly through the night, a subtle reminder of journeys long ended, yet never quite forgotten. They weave between the stones like threads of time, inviting you to listen closely and move gently through their silent song. You feel both an observer and a part of this quiet dance, connected to the endless passage of footsteps beneath the night's watchful gaze. Your breath mingles with the cool air, steady and calm as you move deeper into the shadowed maze. The rain's rhythm guides you onward, a steady heartbeat beneath the silence, drawing you toward stories hidden just beyond sight, stories whispered softly on the old stones and carried away on the wind. You pause briefly, feeling the cool stone beneath your hand and the steady pulse of the night surrounding you. In this moment, the footsteps vanish into the mist, leaving only the rain's gentle song and the steady beat of your own heart. The secret language of leaves converse in whispers low. Carried by the rain's soft flow, you catch their words. In gentle sound, messages from the sacred ground, a calm communion with nature's breath, beneath the steady fall of rain. The leaves around you begin their quiet conversation, a secret language spoken in whispers only the attentive can hear. Each drop that lands sets them murmuring softly, a delicate exchange carried on the gentle flow of water and wind. You pause to listen, feeling the world slow to the rhythm of their subtle song. The leaves shimmer with raindrops, their surfaces glistening like tiny mirrors reflecting the muted light of the overcast sky. As the rain caresses them, they rustle gently, their voices weaving through the air in a language ancient and tender. It is a dialogue between earth and sky, a calm communion that pulses with the very breath of nature. You lean closer, your senses attuned to the faintest sounds. Soft crackle of leaf edges brushing, the delicate drip of water pooling and falling away, the hushed sigh of branches swaying in the breeze. These murmurs carry messages, stories folded deep within the soil and air, carried from root to leaf and back again in an endless cycle. The scent of wet foliage fills the air, earthy, fresh and sweet, wrapping around you like a soothing balm. The world feels alive yet at peace, each leaf a silent messenger carrying wisdom older than time itself. You sense the quiet pulse of life all around, the interconnected dance of growth, decay, and renewal whispered softly in the rain. As you walk slowly through this living cathedral, the leaves' secret language becomes clearer not in words, but in feeling. They speak of resilience and rest, of seasons turning and the gentle balance that sustains all things. Their whispers invite you to breathe deeply, to settle into the calm rhythm of the natural world. The rain continues its steady fall, a soft accompaniment to the leaves' gentle discourse. Each drop is a note in the symphony of life, a reminder that even in stillness there is movement, connection, and grace. The leaves murmur on, weaving a tapestry of sound that cradles you in quiet wonder. You close your eyes briefly, letting the secret language wash over you like a gentle tide, soft, steady, and full of meaning. In this moment, you feel part of the vast, unfolding story carried on every breeze and drop of rain. As the rain begins to ease, the whispers linger, a gentle promise that the secret language of leaves will always be there waiting for those who listen with open hearts. When night swallows the last light, night draws close with velvet hands, swallowing the last light strands. Raindrops hum a lullaby, stars blink softly in the sky. You drift where darkness holds you close. The horizon fades slowly as night stretches its velvet hands, gently pulling the last threads of light from the sky. The world softens beneath the deepening shadows, colors blending into muted shades of blue and gray. The air grows cooler, rich with the scent of damp earth and rain-soaked leaves. Carrying a quiet promise wrapped in darkness, raindrops fall in, a steady, soothing rhythm, their soft hum weaving a lullaby that cradles the night. Each drop lands with delicate grace, tapping softly on rooftops, pooling in quiet puddles, and trailing down window panes like whispered secrets. The rain's melody is a gentle song, a tender embrace that eases the world toward rest. Out above, the stars begin to blink softly through the thinning clouds, their light shy but persistent. They sparkle like distant fires, small points of warmth scattered across the vast ink-black canvas of the night. Their steady glow feels like a beacon, gentle and reassuring, watching over the world as it drifts into slumber. You stand still, wrapped in the cool embrace of darkness, feeling yourself dissolve into the calm that night offers. The last flickers of daylight have been swallowed, and in their place lies a vast, tender, quieter space where dreams begin to stir, and thoughts slow their restless dance. The rain's lullaby mingles with the soft rustle of trees swaying in the breeze, leaves whispering secrets only the night can understand. Shadows weave through branches and across the ground, creating patterns that shift and breathe like living things. You feel the pulse of the night in your veins, a slow, steady rhythm that echoes the beating of your heart. As you close your eyes, the world tilts gently, and you drift weightless and free into the darkness that holds you close. The velvet night enfolds you, a protective cloak woven from shadow and silence, inviting you to rest within its tender arms. Time stretches and bends in this sacred moment where nothing rushes and everything is possible. The boundary between wakefulness and dreams blurs, and you become part of the night's quiet story, soft, deep, and endlessly unfolding. The rain continues its steady song, the stars their gentle watch, and the darkness its quiet embrace. Together, they cradle you, guiding you gently toward peaceful sleep and the promise of dawn's new light. The veiled faces in the rain falls steadily, a soft curtain of silver droplets that veiled the world in a shimmering mist. As you walk along the winding trail, the air thick with moisture and the scent of wet earth, you begin to notice shapes emerging through the rain faces, faint and elusive, flickering in and out like shadows caught between moments. These faces are veiled by the falling rain, their features softened, blurred, almost translucent beneath the steady flow of water. They seem to hover just beyond the edges of your vision, silent watchers standing quietly beneath the night's muted glow. Their eyes hold a calm intensity, an unspoken knowing that reaches out through the veil and settles gently upon you. You pause, feeling the weight of their gaze, a presence, both strange and familiar, comforting yet mysterious. The rain cloaks them like a delicate shroud, softening the lines between seen and unseen, real and imagined. Each face is a whisper, a fragment of a story folded deep within the folds of the night. Bathed in the silver light that dances upon the droplets, the trail beneath your feet glistens, stones slick and gleaming as the rain continues its steady descent. The world around you feels both still and alive, wrapped in the quiet hum of falling water and the gentle rustle of leaves stirred by a cool breeze. The faces remain, lingering softly, their silent watch woven into the fabric of the night. You feel drawn deeper into this strange communion, senses heightened to the subtle shifts of light and shadow. The rain's steady rhythm becomes a pulse that guides your thoughts, while the veiled watchers hold their silent vigil, guardians of secrets, hidden just beyond reach. The air around you vibrates with a quiet energy, the weight of countless untold stories hovering like a mist. The faces seem to carry the memory of many nights, countless rains, and endless dreams silent, witnesses to the passage of time and the unfolding of countless unseen moments. You reach out instinctively, fingertips brushing through the cool mist, but the faces waver and dissolve like smoke, leaving only the soft trail of raindrops and the echo of their calm gaze. It is as if they exist between worlds neither here nor gone, caught forever in the gentle embrace of rain and shadow. The path winds on beneath the trees, disappearing into the silver haze, while the watchers remain veiled and timeless, their presence a steady whisper in the heart of the storm. You carry their gaze with you, strange and endlessly deep as you continue forward, wrapped in the mystery of the night's quiet rain. The rain slows now, droplets growing sparse, and the faces fade gently into the mist, leaving behind a stillness that hums softly with the memory of their silent watch. The night breathes around you, vast and tender, holding space for the unspoken stories that drift quietly on the wind. You take a deep breath, feeling the cool air fill your lungs, steady and calm. The trail before you remains, a path woven through shadows and light, guiding you gently through the rain's soft embrace and toward the next quiet mystery waiting just beyond the veil. The soft murmur of forgotten names, the rain falls softly, a gentle veil that blurs the edges of the world and muffles the sounds beneath its steady rhythm. In this quiet cascade, the air feels thick with memory's fragments of voices carried. On the breeze, names once spoken, now fading like morning mist. You walk slowly, senses stretched wide, listening for the soft murmur that slips through the rain's gentle song around you. The landscape holds its breath, wrapped in the hush that follows every raindrop's fall. The ground beneath your feet is soaked, rich with the scent of earth and fallen leaves, a fragrant reminder of countless seasons that have come and gone. The trees arch overhead, their branches dripping with water, each drop catching the faint light like a tiny star poised to vanish. In the spaces between the drops, You catch whispers, soft, elusive, like threads of sound woven through the damp air. They are fragments of names, half heard and carried just beyond reach, echoes of lives that once breathed, laughed, and dreamed beneath these skies. These names ripple gently through the night, a tender chorus of voices lost to time, but never forgotten. You pause, closing your eyes to better catch the delicate cadence of their murmur. The rain's rhythm slows in your mind, folding around the faint calls like a soft embrace. Each name is a thread in a vast tapestry, woven through generations, stories half remembered, moments folded deep into the soil and sky. The whispers rise and fall like a quiet tide, carrying the weight of distant days and quiet sorrows, joys once lived and now only felt in the soul's gentle ache. You feel the pull of this soft murmur, a gentle call that reaches through the veil of years, drawing you closer to the heart of the forgotten dot. Your breath steadies, matching the slow rhythm of the rain and whispers alike. The air hums with a quiet power, a presence that holds the past tenderly, honoring the lives that shaped the night's stillness. You sense the names as more than sound. They are the living pulse beneath the earth, the silent song of memories enduring light. As you move forward, the rain thins, droplets falling less frequently but no less softly. The whispers linger, a delicate echo that dances just beyond the edges of hearing, a reminder that though names may fade, their spirit remains a soft murmur carried on the wind and woven into the very breath of night. The world around you feels vast yet intimate, a sacred space where time folds gently upon itself, and the stories of those who came before are cradled with quiet reverence. You walk onward, guided by the gentle call of forgotten names, their presence a comforting light in the soft embrace of the rain. You breathe deeply, the cool air filling your lungs, steady and calm. In this moment, you are connected to the past, to the present, and to the unseen threads that bind all life together. The soft murmur of forgotten names surrounds you, a timeless lullaby whispered beneath the rain's gentle song. Beneath the distant thunders, watch you stand beneath a heavy sky, the world around you cloaked in the soft grey of rain-washed air. The steady fall of droplets is a quiet rhythm against the earth, a soothing pulse that blends seamlessly with the distant growl of thunder. Far beyond the veil of mist and cloud, the thunder rolls a deep, resonant guardian speaking in echoes that ripple through the vast expanse of sky and land. The air is cool against your skin, saturated with the scent of wet stone and fresh earth, a fragrance that grounds you deeply in this moment. Each raindrop carries a gentle chill, yet you feel no cold, only the tender embrace of nature's breath. Steady and calm, despite the storm's distant voice, the thunder speaks not in anger, but in measured tones, a storyteller unfolding an ancient tale of sky and soil, wind and water. Its voice vibrates through the air, weaving through the leaves and settling in the crevices of the earth. You listen closely, attuned to the subtle secrets carried on the wind, whispers of the land's enduring strength and quiet wisdom. Around you, the rain softens, falling in gentle waves that ripple across puddles and streams. The trees bow gracefully beneath the weight of water, their branches swaying in harmony with the storm's distant rhythm. Shadows shift fluidly, painting the landscape with muted hues that blur the boundary between earth and sky. You take a deep breath, filling your lungs with the cool, pure air. The calm resolve of the land pulses within you, a steady heartbeat syncing with the storm's slow march. In this moment, the tension of the world dissolves, replaced by a profound peace, knowing that storms come and go, but the earth remains steady, cradling all beneath its vast embrace. The distant thunder rolls again, a slow and steady rumble that echoes the rhythms of your own breath. It is a reminder of nature's enduring presence, a guardian watching silently as the night unfolds. You feel connected to the sky, to the land, to the endless dance of rain and storm. The path beneath your feet is soft with mud and moss, yielding yet firm. Each step you take feels deliberate, guided by the quiet strength of the moment. The world around you is alive with possibility, a landscape washed clean by rain and illuminated by the storm's distant song. As the thunder fades gradually into a gentle hum, the rain's gentle touch remains, wrapping you in a cocoon of quiet, comfort. The night breathes with you, steady and slow, a shared rhythm that carries you deeper into the calm heart of the storm. Your thoughts drift like leaves on a stream, floating effortlessly in the vastness of this quiet wilderness. The distant thunder's watch becomes a silent vow, promise of resilience, peace, and the timeless embrace of nature's breath. You close your eyes briefly, surrendering to the stillness that follows, feeling the world pulse gently beneath, the rhythm of rain and thunder. In this sacred pause, you find rested deep, abiding calm held safe beneath the storm's watchful gaze. The windows flicker beyond sleep. You find yourself drawn to a window that shimmers faintly in the twilight, its surface alive with the tender flicker of a light that seems to pulse softly between worlds. It is not the steady glow of a flame, nor the harsh glare of the day, but something delicate and fleeting, like a heartbeat caught between waking and dreaming. The window blinks gently, a silent portal poised at the edge of sleep. Raindrops fall softly, tracing delicate paths down the glass, their touch like whispered notes in a lullaby only the night can hear. Each droplet carries a fragile melody, a tender song that weaves through the silence and shadows that gather beyond the pain. The rain's rhythm is slow and steady, a quiet breath that pulls you deeper into the space between here and elsewhere. The world outside the window is veiled in mist, shapes blurring into one another as the night folds itself around the edges of sight. Shadows gather softly, curling like smoke, resting in quiet folds that seem to breathe with an unseen life. The silence is thick yet gentle, a comforting hush that wraps the window and you within its embrace. You lean closer, fingertips brushing the cool surface, feeling the faint vibration of the flicker beneath your skin. It is as if the window holds a secret, an invitation to step beyond the boundaries of the known, into a realm where reality melts into dreams and time slows its relentless march. The pain feels like a membrane, thin and yielding, ready to ripple and dissolve at the slightest touch. Behind the glass, faint shapes move, never fully seen but sensed. A shadow pauses, a glimmer of light flickers again, and the rain's soft song swells just a little, a wave of sound carried on the breath of the night. The window is both a barrier and a bridge, a threshold between your world and the mysteries that lie beyond sleep's gentle veil. The air around you grows cooler, tinged with the scent of wet earth and distant rain, mingling with the faint perfume of night-blooming flowers. Your breath fogs the glass momentarily, blurring the flicker into a soft glow that pulses like a heartbeat, steady and slow. In this moment, you feel suspended, caught in the fragile balance where consciousness thins and dreams begin to take shape. The rain continues, its tender tracing, droplets slipping down in delicate streams that catch the light and scatter it into shimmering fragments. Each path carved by water is like a thread pulling you closer to the hidden realms beyond the window, places where silence and shadows speak in soft tongues. You close your eyes briefly, letting the window's flicker echo in the quiet chambers of your mind. The line between waking and sleeping blurs, and you feel yourself drifting weightless and free into the realm beyond sight, carried gently by the rain's soothing song and the night's tender breath. Time bends and folds here, moments stretching into the soft folds of dreams yet to be discovered. The window's flicker remains, steady pulse guiding you through the twilight, a gentle beacon in the liminal space between worlds. As the night deepens, the rain slows to a hush, and the flicker dims to a gentle glow. The window holds its silent vigil. It waits patiently for the next crossing, the next moment when waking fades and the dream begins anew. Whispers hidden in the raindrops, the rain falls quietly, a soft, rhythmic dance that blankets the world in gentle sound and shimmering light. Each drop carries more than water. It holds a whispered secret, a word folded within its fragile form. As you stand beneath the steady cascade, the hush of the night deepens, inviting you to lean closer, to listen with a heart attuned to the subtle language woven into the falling rain dot around you. The air is cool and heavy with the scent of wet earth and blooming petals, a fragrance that clings to the skin like a delicate memory. The world feels cocooned in this soft embrace, a place where sound and silence meet, blending seamlessly in a quiet symphony only the attentive can perceive. The rain's murmurs ripple through the leaves and over stones, an unspoken conversation, carried from sky to soil. You close your eyes and breathe deeply, letting the rhythm of raindrops sync with your own heartbeat. Each splash on leaves and pavement becomes a syllable in a language older than words, a tender murmur that brushes against your spirit with the lightest touch. The whispers rise and fall like a gentle tide, flowing around you, carrying stories that slip between the cracks of sound and silence in the distance. A faint rustle stirs a leaf, dancing on a soft breeze, a branch bending with grace. These subtle movements blend with the rain's delicate song, layering the night with textures of mystery and calm. The secrets held within each drop seem to shimmer just beyond the edge of understanding, inviting you to enter a realm where the unseen and unheard converge. You feel drawn deeper into this quiet world, senses heightened, heart open. The rain's soft patter becomes a portal, a passage into a place where time slows and the ordinary fades away. In this sacred space, every whisper is a thread woven into the vast tapestry of night. Every secret a spark igniting gentle wonder. The raindrops trail down your skin, cool and refreshing, each one a fleeting messenger delivering fragments of unseen worlds. You imagine the stories they carry, moments of joy and sorrow, laughter and tears, love whispered beneath starry skies, and dreams cradled in the arms of night. These fragments swirl around you, a constellation of quiet truths wrapped in liquid grace. As you listen, the boundary between yourself and the rain softens. You become part of the whispered dialogue, a participant in the rain's ancient song. The silence holds a presence, a gentle power that seeps into your bones, calming restless thoughts and soothing the edges of your being. The night around you breathes in tandem with the rain's murmurs, a living, breathing entity wrapped in shadows and light. The whispers hidden in the raindrops are not just sounds, but invitations to wonder, to dream, to remember the quiet magic that lives beneath the surface of all things. You open your eyes slowly, the world shimmering anew through the veil of rain. Each drop glistens like a tiny universe, a secret waiting to be discovered. The mystery seeps into your soul, a gentle grace that carries you forward. Softly illuminated by the night's tender glow, the rain begins to lessen, droplets thinning to a delicate mist that lingers in the air. Yet the whispers remain a lasting echo that wraps around your heart and whispers promises of stories yet to be told. Moments waiting patiently beneath the rain's soft song. The road that fades into mist, the road before you stretches out, its edges dissolving into the soft embrace of fog and rain. The world around you blurs, colors fading into muted shades of grey and silver, as if the path itself is surrendering to the mist. Each step forward feels both certain and uncertain, an invitation to journey toward places unknown, where names have never been spoken and stories remain untold. The air is thick with moisture, carrying the fresh scent of earth and rain-soaked leaves. Raindrops fall gently around you, their soft patter creating a quiet melody that threads through the stillness. This melody becomes a guide, a subtle rhythm that leads you onward when your eyes can no longer distinguish the road from the shadows beneath your feet. The ground is soft and yielding, a carpet of damp soil and scattered leaves that whisper with every step. The mist curls low, weaving around your ankles like a silken shroud, wrapping you in a gentle cocoon of quiet and calm. The path seems to breathe beneath you, pulsing with a steady, patient heartbeat that echoes the cadence of rain's song. As you move deeper into the fog, the familiar world fades away, replaced by a realm suspended between reality and dream. Shapes appear and vanish at the edge of your vision, ghostly trees reaching through the mist, faint glimmers of light that flicker like distant stars lost in the haze. The air hums softly with the presence of unseen watchers, their quiet breath blending seamlessly with the rain's tender rhythm. You follow steps you cannot see, guided not by sight but by the melody that flows through the rain and the misty, song of hope and longing, woven from the earth's quiet voice and the sky's gentle tears. It is a song without words, yet full of meaning. A call to wander beyond the known and discover the hidden corners of night and soul. The road twists and turns like a slow dance, each bend unveiling new mysteries cloaked in shadow and silver light. You feel the weight of countless journeys taken before, echoes of footsteps long gone but still lingering in the soft earth. Their presence is a silent comfort, a reminder that the path you walk is part of a larger story, a story of seeking, surrender, and quiet discovery. The rain's melody swells gently, rising and falling with the breath of the night. It wraps around you a tender embrace that soothes and strengthens, inviting you to trust the unseen way forward. The mist parts just enough to reveal a glimpse of something ahead, a faint glow, a whisper of warmth beckoning you to continue to lean into the unknown. With each step, your heart slows, settling into the calm pulse of the road and the rain. The world narrows to this single thread of sound and sensation, a delicate balance between presence and absence, light and shadow, hope and mystery. You close your eyes for a moment, letting the melody carry you deeper into the mist's soft folds. In this suspended space, time stretches and folds like a whispered secret, and you become both traveler and dreamer, walking a path that fades, yet leads steadily onward as the road dissolves further into the mist. The rain's song lingers, gentle promise whispered on the wind, guiding you toward the quiet places where new stories begin. The echoes beneath the moonlight, the moon hangs low, a silver guardian casting its gentle glow across the silent landscape. Its light spills softly over fields and forests, draping the earth in shimmering folds of pale illumination. Shadows stretch and fold beneath the lunar gaze, creating a tapestry where light and dark dance in quiet harmony. The world feels hushed, suspended in the delicate balance between night and dawn. You walk slowly beneath this luminous canopy, each step softened by the earth beneath your feet. The air is cool and crisp, carrying the faint scent of dew and wildflowers, mingling with the subtle whisper of leaves stirred by a gentle breeze. In this stillness, the night breathes quietly, and you find yourself attuned to the soft echoes that rise from the world around you. These echoes are unplanned, and fleeting moments caught between sound and silence, a breath held gently in the space where time seems to fold upon itself. You listen closely, catching the faintest rustle of grass bending, the distant call of a night bird, the soft ripple of water tracing the edges of a hidden stream. Each sound weaves into the next, creating a quiet symphony woven from the fabric of the night. The moonlight paints everything in shades of silver and shadow, softening the harsh lines of the day and revealing the gentle contours beneath. Trees sway slowly, their branches casting intricate lacework across the ground, while the stars blink softly overhead, scattered like jewels across the vast, dark sky. The world feels vast, yet intimate, a sacred space where the ordinary fades and the mysterious takes hold. You pause to catch your breath, feeling the rhythm of the night pulse through you, a slow, steady beat that matches your own heartbeat. Time feels fluid here, stretched thin between moments where past and present mingle and the future waits quietly in the wings. This is a place where space contracts and expands, folding in upon itself to cradle the quiet dance of light and shade as you move forward. The echoes follow soft murmurs that seem to rise from the very soil, carried on the breath of the night air. They tell stories without words, stories of ancient trees, forgotten paths, and the countless lives that have passed beneath this same moonlit sky. The echoes are a reminder of continuity, connection, and the endless flow of time. Your senses sharpen in the moon's glow, attuned to the delicate interplay of sound and silence. The night wraps around you like a cloak, a gentle embrace that holds you safe as you walk through this luminous dreamscape. Each step becomes part of the quiet dance, a thread woven into the shimmering tapestry of the night. The air hums softly with life-tiny creatures stirring beneath leaves. The rustle of wings brushing through the darkness, the faint heartbeat of the earth itself. You feel the pulse of all things connected, bound together by the moon's gentle light and the echoes it awakens. You close your eyes for a moment, letting the night's breath wash over you, carrying you deeper into the dance of shadow and light. The echoes linger, a soft refrain that threads through your thoughts and settles gently in your soul. As the moon arcs slowly across the sky, the night's quiet song continues, a symphony of echoes beneath the silver glow, inviting you to listen, to dream, and to become part of the eternal dance. The lantern that flickered twice the night is thick with rain, each drop falling in steady cadence, weaving a gentle veil over the land. Through the mist, a lone lantern appears, its light faint, yet unwavering against the darkness. You watch as it flickers once, then again, a silent signal cast out into the night. The glow dances delicately on the slick surfaces, painting fleeting shadows that ripple like whispers across the soaked earth. The lantern's flame holds a strange presence, calm and steady, yet tinged with restless energy, as if bearing a secret too fragile to speak aloud. It pulses gently, a heartbeat in the vast quiet, sending out coded messages meant only for eyes beyond your reach. Each flicker is a word, a breath, a call from someone hidden in the folds of the night. You stand rooted in the rain, mesmerized by the lantern's quiet dance. The steady drizzle cloaks you both in a shared solitude, and the rhythmic sound of water falling softens the world's edges, leaving only the sharp clarity of that small, eerie light. It flickers once more, steadying like a pulse, and you feel the weight of its message hang heavy in the damp air dot around you. The landscape, blurstries bowed low beneath the rain, fields disappearing into the fog, and shadows merging with mist. The lantern's glow slices through this haze, a slender thread of light guiding the way through darkness and uncertainty. Its glow feels like a beacon for the unseen, a silent communication flowing between worlds. The air smells of wet wood and moss, mingling with the cool breath of the storm. Each breath you take is slow and deliberate, matching the rhythm of the rain and the flickering flame. Your heart beats in quiet tandem with the lantern's pulse, drawn into a shared dance of light and shadow. You wonder about the sender who holds the lantern and watches from the distant night. What story waits behind the flicker? What hope or warning is carried on that trembling light? The unknown stretches before you like the fog-wrapped plain, both vast and intimate, filled with possibilities folded into the quiet folds of darkness. The rain intensifies briefly, droplets tapping, a steady beat that seems to sync with the lantern's rhythm. You feel the pulse of the moment deepen, a slow unfolding of mystery held within that restless glow. The light flickers again, steady and sure, before softening into a gentle shimmering, unspoken promise lingering in the air. In the silence that follows, you stand wrapped in the rain's embrace, the lantern's message etched into the night's stillness. The world seems to hold its breath, waiting for the next flicker, the next sign, the next whispered secret sent across the darkened plains. You close your eyes, letting the quiet settle deep within a calm filled with restless yearning, a stillness that hums softly with unanswered questions. The lantern's glow remains vivid in your mind, a beacon guiding you through the night's endless mystery. The door that sings with rain the night is cloaked in a steady rain, each drop tracing a soft, continuous arc through the cool air. Somewhere ahead, a door hums a gentle, almost musical vibration that rises and falls with the rhythm of the falling water. It is not a loud sound, but a subtle song, woven from the symphony of raindrops tapping and sliding down slick surfaces. A melody born of moisture and shadow. Drawn by this quiet music, you move closer until the door stands before you a weathered wooden portal glistening with rain, its surface cool and smooth beneath your fingertips. The texture is damp, alive with the scent of aged wood mingled with fresh rainfall, inviting your hand to linger. As you reach out, you feel a gentle pull, like the tug of whispered names carried on the wind, softly calling you to step beyond the doors. Song is a blend of the tangible and the unseen, a melody that hums in time with your breath, syncing your heartbeat to its steady, soothing cadence. It vibrates gently through your palm, a quiet promise hidden within its notes, a guide through darkness and mystery. The rain continues its steady chorus, framing the door's hum like a lullaby sung by the night itself. Around you, the world is a blurred mosaic of shadow and silver light. Leaves shimmer with raindrops, their surfaces reflecting the faint glow of distant lanterns, while puddles ripple softly with each falling drop. The air is thick with moisture and a hushed expectancy, as if the entire night is holding its breath. waiting for you to answer the door's call. The names you feel are elusive, whispered fragments carried on the melodicos of those who have passed before, their voices folded into the rain's endless song. They speak of memory and longing, of stories etched into the grain of the wood, waiting patiently for a listener who knows how to hear. You sense their presence not in words, but in the quiet spaces between notes, in the breath that follows each gentle hum. As you touch the door fully, the rain's song swells softly, rising like a tide that carries you gently inward. The boundary between outside and inside blurs, the world tilting toward something both familiar and new. The door invites you to cross its threshold, to follow the melody into a place where shadow and light mingle, and the quiet music of rain becomes a language all its own. You step forward slowly, feeling the cool air shift as you pass through. Inside, the hum continues a steady, soothing vibration that wraps around you like a soft cloak. The space is dim, filled with the faint scent of wood and rain, and the faintest shimmer of light filtering through misted windows. The melody weaves through the air, guiding you deeper into this sanctuary of sound and silence. Each step you take echoes lightly on the wooden floor, joining the rain's song in a delicate duet. The door closes softly behind you, sealing the world outside in a quiet hush. Here, the music lingers a calm, endless refrain that holds you gently as you listen to the whispered names, the quiet stories carried by the rain's gentle arc. You close your eyes, letting the melody wash over you, a soothing tide that carries away the weight of the day and fills you with a peaceful stillness. In this place, time slows, breathes, and flows with the music of rain and wood, a timeless dance that sings softly beneath the darkened sky. The door hums on, a constant companion, a guardian of secrets and solace. Its song a gentle beacon guiding you through the night's quiet embrace. The forgotten bridge in fog the mist curls thickly around you, softening the edges of the world until shapes blur and fade like distant memories. Through this drifting haze, a bridge emerges silent and unassuming, stretching across waters cloaked in shadow. Its weathered stones glisten with rain, slick and cold beneath the steady fall of droplets. The bridge feels like a threshold, an ancient path woven into the fabric of fog and time. You approach with measured steps, each footfall muted against the damp surface. The air is heavy with the scent of wet stone and moss, mingling with the faint whisper of water flowing beneath. The world beyond the bridge is veiled in mist, a realm untouched and unplanned, where reality and recollection merge and twist like the curling fog as you cross. The rain's quiet rhythm becomes a steady pulse beneath your senses, a song of solitude and passage that guides you deeper into this soft, elusive space. The bridge holds a weight of forgotten journeys, of travelers who once stepped lightly over these stones, their footsteps now swallowed by silence and mist. The fog drapes itself like a veil, wrapping the bridge and yourself in a gentle obscurity. Shapes flicker at the edges of vision-twisted branches, glimmers of light, echoes of voices half heard on the wind. The air hums with a strange energy, a quiet conversation between past and present, memory and dream. You feel the bridge beneath, you solid yet ephemeral, a place where moments fold softly into one another. Time seems to slow, stretching like a breath held deep within the fog's embrace. You sense that here, in this suspended space, memories mingled freely with the mist, weaving a tapestry of stories both known and lost. The rain begins to soften, droplets thinning to a gentle drizzle that whispers as it falls. The water beneath the bridge reflects fractured shapes, fragments of sky, branches, and shifting shadows. The current moves with a slow, steady grace, carrying the weight of forgotten names and unspoken tales downstream into the unknown. You pause mid-span, closing your eyes to listen to the soft murmur of rain, the distant rustle of leaves, the breath of the fog itself. Within this quiet, the bridge becomes a portal, a gateway into a realm where the unseen and the remembered entwine, where the boundaries between what was and what could be dissolve like mist at dawn. Each step forward feels like a step deeper, into a story without end, a journey through the spaces between light and shadow, sound and silence. The bridge cradles you gently, a steadfast companion in this delicate passage through night's lingering embrace. As you reach the far side, the fog begins to thin, the world gradually revealing itself in softened hues of dawn. The bridge lingers behind a silent sentinel shrouded in mist, holding fast the secrets of all who have crossed before, and all who will come after. You breathe deeply, the cool air filling your lungs with quiet peace. The journey across the forgotten bridge has touched something deeper, quiet reminder that some paths lead not just forward, but inward, to places where memory and mystery live side by side. The watcher in the storm's eye. The storm roars around you like a living force, its fury sweeping across the land with relentless power. Wind howls through broken branches, rain lashes in sheets that blur the world into streaks of grey and white, and thunder cracks overhead like the sky itself is tearing apart. Yet, amid the chaos, you sense a presence, a silent watcher standing firm, steady and unmoved, at the storm's very heart. You move closer, drawn by the steady beat of rain hammering. The shore, a relentless rhythm that fills the air with raw energy. The watcher stands alone on the jagged rocks, silhouetted against the swirling tempest, a figure carved from resilience and calm. Their eyes, though unseen beneath the storm's vow, seem to hold a quiet fire, a deep well of strength that burns beneath the fury around them. Waves crash and foam, furious and wild. Yet the watcher remains untouched, a bastion of stillness within the storm's raging eye. The rain pounds like a drum, steady and unyielding, while the wind slices through the air, tearing at cloaks and whipping hair into tangled storms. But the watcher's stance is unwavering, rooted like an ancient tree bending without breaking. You feel the storm's raw pulse thrumming through your bones, a force both terrifying and invigorating. The air is charged with electricity, scenting of salt and wet stone, mingling with the primal scent of rain and earth. Lightning splits the sky in brilliant, jagged lines, briefly illuminating the watcher's face, calm, focused, almost serene despite the tempest's rage. The watcher does not speak, yet their presence speaks volumes. It is a language of endurance, of quiet courage in the face of overwhelming odds. They embody the paradox of the storm, the furious wildness contained within a core of profound stillness. Watching them, you understand that calm is not the absence of chaos, but the ability to stand resolute amid it. The rain's cadence shifts subtly, ebbing and flowing like a heartbeat, while the thunder's growl rolls endlessly, a relentless chorus. Echoing through the dark, waves crash louder, roaring as they pound against the shore, but the watcher's gaze remains steady, tracing patterns invisible to others, silent map etched by years of weathering tempests. You draw near, feeling the cold spray mist your face, the wind tug at your clothes, yet inside you there is a growing peace. The watcher's calm seems to seep into your spirit, grounding you in the moment, anchoring you amid the storm's relentless song. It is a deep, unshakable stillness, a quiet strength, that offers refuge from the storm's wild embrace. Around you, the world blurs into motion, swirling clouds racing across the sky, rain cascading in sheets, and waves tossing like furious beasts. But here, at the storm's eye, time slows. The furious energy of the tempest folds into a vast silence, a sacred space where power and peace coexist in fragile harmony. You reach out, as if to touch the watcher, but the storm's roar swallows all but the steady pulse beneath the chaos. Instead, you close your eyes and breathe deeply, letting the presence of this steadfast figure settle over you like a shield. The storm's fury rages on outside your skin, but inside, a quiet fire burns steady, warm, and eternal as lightning forks again, illuminating the dark clouds. You see the watcher's face, clearly, for a moment, touched with lines of experience, eyes reflecting both the storm and the calm beneath. It is a face that has known loss and hope, fury and forgiveness, despair and endurance. The watcher stands as a testament to the strength found in stillness. The storm's rhythm shifts once more, rain softening into a steady drizzle, wind easing to a gentle sigh. The waves retreat slightly, their furious roar mellowing into a distant murmur. The watcher remains, unchanged and unyielding, a silent guardian who holds the storm's heart with unwavering grace. You open your eyes, feeling the storm's fierce energy settle into a calm wave within you. The watcher's presence lingers, like a balm, a reminder that even in the most tempestuous moments, there is a place of peace, strength, and unbreakable resolve. The night stretches vast and deep, the storm's fury fading into the soft hush of dawn. The watcher stands still, a beacon in the fading darkness, a steady flame guiding the world through the lingering shadows of the tempest. The whispered promise of rain, the rain falls gently all around you, a steady chorus of soft whispers weaving through the air like a secret conversation just beyond hearing. Each droplet carries a quiet promise, an unspoken vow folded delicately within its cool embrace. The world feels hushed beneath the steady patter, as if nature itself holds its breath, waiting for you to listen deeply to the whispered song of the rain. You close your eyes and breathe slowly, drawing the damp, earthy scent of the rain into your lungs. The air is thick with moisture, heavy yet tender, a balm that soothes the restless stirrings inside you. The rain's steady rhythm pulses like a heartbeat, slow and steady, wrapping around you like a gentle shawl woven from moments of peace and quiet hope. In this sacred silence, the whispers grow clearer, soft words weaving through the spaces between the droplets, a language without sound, yet full of meaning. They speak of renewal and healing, of hidden strength and the tender resilience found in surrender. Each drop is a message, a soothing word sent from the skies to cradle your soul. The rain hums against leaves and rooftops, a gentle lullaby that drifts through the night, threading its way into your thoughts and dreams. It carries the memory of distant storms and quiet dawns, of tears shed in secret and laughter shared beneath open skies. The whispers in the rain feel timeless, a soft echo of all the moments when hope rose quietly from the depths. You stand still, letting the rain's promise settle deep within. The world blurs softly around you, the edges of trees dissolve into mist. The distant glow of streetlights shimmers like stars caught in the haze. Your breath slows, your heart steadies, and you become one with the night's gentle rhythm. With each drop that falls, you feel yourself drawn nearer to the core of this whispered vow, a promise that even in the darkest times, there is a quiet light, a soothing word waiting to be heard. The rain's song is a steady thread, stitching together the fractured pieces of your spirit into a tapestry of calm and strength. You open your eyes to the shimmering world washed clean by rain, vibrant and new beneath the soft glow of moonlight. The whispers linger still, a secret melody carried on the breeze, inviting you to walk forward with gentle courage and quiet grace as the rain begins to wane. Thinning to a fine mist that clings softly to your skin, you feel the promise settle. Within you a steady flame kindled by the whispered words, a calm anchor in the ever-turning tide of life. The night breathes on, cradling you in its endless embrace. The whispered promise of rain becomes a part of you, a soft song you carry forward, an eternal lullaby that sings of hope, healing, and the gentle power of quiet promises kept. The pathway lit by falling stars, the night sky opens above you, vast and shimmering with a quiet brilliance that feels almost otherworldly. Stars drift slowly, like whispered wishes cast across the dark velvet, their light falling gently like rain to trace silvery paths on the earth below. Each falling star is a delicate spark, a soft beacon illuminating a hidden trail woven from light and shadow, rain and dreams. You step onto this pathway, your feet pressing lightly into the damp earth as the cool air wraps around you like a silken cloak. The world feels hushed and expansive, caught between waking and dreaming, where reality folds softly into the tender embrace of night's mysteries. Above, the stars continue to fall, their gentle descent casting shimmering reflections on puddles and leaves, guiding your way with an ethereal glow. The rain mingles with the starlight, droplets catching the silver beams and scattering them in delicate patterns that dance across the ground. The scent of wet earth rises, fresh and sweet, blending with the faint perfume of night blossoms that unfurl quietly beneath the moon's watchful gaze. This is a journey both eerie and calm, a walk through a world transformed by light and shadow, where every step feels like a step deeper into the heart of a dream. As you move forward, the pathway winds gently through a landscape softened by mist and moonlight. Trees stand as silent sentinels, their leaves shimmering with rain and starlight, casting delicate lace-like shadows that flicker and sway with the breeze. The night hums softly around you, a quiet symphony woven from the gentle patter of rain, the whisper of wind, and the faint twinkle of stars above. Your senses awaken to the subtle beauty that surrounds you, the cool touch of rain on your skin, the soothing rhythm of water dripping from leaves, the distant call of an owl echoing through the stillness. Each sound and sensation is a thread in the tapestry of this enchanted night, a delicate dance that carries you onward along the starlit path. You feel the weight of time lighten as moments stretch and blend like the soft glow of twilight. The stars seem to pulse with a steady, calming rhythm, a heartbeat of the universe that echoes within your own chest. It is a reminder of the vastness of the cosmos, and yet the intimate connection between the heavens and the earth beneath your feet. The rain's melody rises and falls, weaving through the trees and over the path like a gentle lullaby. The silver light guides your gaze upward, where shooting stars trace fleeting arcs across the sky-bright trails of hope and wonder that disappear as quickly as they appear, leaving behind a lingering sense of awe and possibility. You pause for a moment, breathing deeply, your breath mingling with the cool night air. The world feels suspended in this perfect balance of space where dreams and reality intertwine, where the unknown is not feared but embraced with quiet curiosity. Here, beneath the falling stars and the soft rain, you find a stillness that soothes and inspires. The pathway stretches onward, winding through the night's tender embrace, a journey without end or beginning, marked only by the gentle light of stars and the soft touch of rain. You walk forward, carried by the calm energy of this celestial voyage. Every step a quiet affirmation of wonder and peace. As the night deepens, the stars continue their silent descent, their light guiding you through the realms of shadow and glow, memory and dream. The rain's gentle song accompanies you, a steady, soothing presence that wraps the world in a tender embrace. You close your eyes briefly, letting the symphony of rain and starlight wash over you, carrying you softly through this luminous dreamscape. The pathway lit by falling stars becomes a part of you, a sacred thread connecting your spirit to the endless dance of night and sky. The silent song of empty streets. The streets lie empty beneath the steady June rain. A quiet world wrapped in a shimmering veil of water and light. The steady fall of droplets creates a soft, rhythmic backdrop, gentle percussion that fills the silence and sets the pace for your solitary walk. Around you, the familiar has been transformed. Buildings, lampposts, and trees all wear the rains. Delicate sheen, reflecting pale glimmers of distant light. Your footsteps echo softly, each one a note in the silent song that hums through these deserted avenues. The pavement glistens wet and smooth beneath your feet, and the cool air carries the fresh scent of rain mingled with the faint fragrance of blooming jasmine and damp stone. It is a melody both strange and sweet, woven from the quiet symphony of the city's stillness and the intimate sound of your own presence as you walk. Your senses awaken to the subtle details that the rain reveals. Puddles mirror the muted glow of street lamps, their surfaces rippling gently with each falling drop. Leaves clinging to branches glisten like jewels, dripping rhythmically as a soft breeze stirs the air. The world feels suspended, caught in a tender pause where time stretches thin and every sound is heightened. The steady cadence of rain becomes a lullaby, a soothing song carried on the wind and through the empty streets. It wraps around you like a gentle embrace, cradling your thoughts and easing the weight of day. Each step you take is a quiet refrain, a rhythmic heartbeat in the hush of night's unfolding. You glance up to see raindrops tracing slow paths down the glass of nearby windows, blurring the interiors into softened shapes and muted shadows. The city feels both vast and intimate, a labyrinth of memories and moments folded gently beneath the rain's gentle touch. This silent song belongs to no one and yet feels deeply personal, a shared secret whispered by the empty streets. Your breath mingles with the cool air, slow and steady, as you move deeper into the heart of this quiet melody. The night around you hums softly, alive with the subtle sounds of water and stone, wind and shadow. It is a world both still and alive, a delicate balance, where absence sings as clearly as presence. You pause beneath a flickering lamppost, feeling the rain's gentle kiss on your skin and the soft pulse of the night in your chest. The silence around you feels alive, with stories unspoken, echoes of footsteps long past, laughter and whispers that now live only in the memory of these wet streets. The melody of the rain shifts, rising and falling like a slow breath, carrying with it a sense of longing and quiet hope. You feel yourself drawn deeper into the song, a journey not just through the city, but through the layers of your own heart, where stillness and motion meet. The empty streets stretch on endlessly, each corner a new verse in the silent symphony. Shadows lengthen and mingle with pools of light, creating a dance of contrasts that beckons you onward. The rain's soft refrain becomes a guide, leading you through the night's tender embrace, a path woven from sound and silence, memory and dream. You close your eyes briefly, letting the silent song wash over you, a gentle tide of water and light that carries you softly through the darkened streets. In this moment, you are both alone and connected, part of a vast and quiet world that sings its secrets beneath the steady fall of June rain. The city breathes with you, a living poem whispered on the wind and carried in the rhythm of your steps. The silent song of empty streets holds you gently, a tender melody that lingers long after the rain has ceased. The rain that holds your breath. The rain falls around you in a steady cascade, thick and unrelenting, yet soft enough to weave a delicate veil across the landscape. Each drop is a rhythmic note, a tender pulse that fills the air and quiets the world beneath its gentle weight. The sky hangs low and heavy, grey clouds stretched thin with moisture, and the steady murmur of water creates a cocoon of sound and stillness, wrapping you in a calm unlike any other. You breathe slowly, matching the rain's patient rhythm, each inhale and exhale merging seamlessly with the soft symphony of droplets striking leaves, rooftops, and the earth beneath your feet. There is a quiet power in this steady flow, gentle force that invites you to surrender, to let the world's noise dissolve into the steady beat of falling rain. Time seems to fold inward, each moment stretching into the next like waves on a silent sea. The rain holds your breath, pauses the spinning world, and offers a sanctuary where thought slows and the heart finds rest. In this quiet place, every droplet carries a secret whispers of renewal, echoes of distant storms, and the promise of peace wrapped in water and shadow. The air is cool and heavy, rich with the scent of wet soil and moss, mingling with the fresh aroma of rain-washed leaves. Your senses awaken to the texture of the moment, the soft touch of rain on your skin, the gentle splash of droplets pooling and flowing, the faint rustle of branches bowed beneath the weight of water. Everything feels alive, yet hushed, moving slowly within this embrace of moisture and silence. Around you, the landscape shimmers under the rain's relentless caress. Puddles mirror the muted sky, their surfaces broken only by the constant fall of droplets that ripple outward in endless circles. Trees sway gently, leaves dripping with water that glistens like liquid crystal, catching the faint light filtering through the clouded canopy. The world feels both vast and intimate, held tenderly between the earth and the sky. You close your eyes briefly, letting the rain's rhythm lull your thoughts and steady your breath. The steady fall becomes a mantra, a soft chant that grounds you deeply in the present moment. The rain's embrace fills you with a calm that is both mysterious and comforting, a stillness that cradles your soul with quiet certainty. In this space, the boundaries between inside and outside blur. The cool dampness seeps into your skin and bones. The steady sound pulses through your being. You are suspended in a delicate balance, caught between the earth's ancient breath and the sky's endless weep. It is a place of quiet surrender, where the weight of the world falls away and you are free to simply be. The rain's song shifts subtly, rising and falling like a gentle tide, weaving patterns that ripple through the night air. Each droplet is a note in a vast, unseen symphony, melody carried across the sky, the land, and your heart. This quiet music is old and new, endless and intimate, a sacred thread connecting all living things through the simplest of acts, the fall of rain. You feel the mystery of this moment, deepen a silent invitation to trust the flow, to embrace the unknown with gentle courage. The rain holds your breath, cradles your spirit, and guides you softly toward a peace that is profound yet gentle, like a whispered secret shared between the sky and the earth. As the rain continues its steady descent, the world slows further, each breath becoming lighter, each heartbeat calmer. The steady rhythm becomes a quiet pulse that courses through you, a reminder that even in the heaviest storm there is balance, and within every pause there is grace. You open your eyes again to the shimmering world, a place washed clean by rain, softened by shadow and light. The moment stretches on, infinite and tender, a sanctuary carved from water and time. Here you are held safe within the rain's gentle embrace, a place where mystery and comfort meet and linger like a soothing balm. The night carries on its quiet vigil, the rain falling steady and true, a silent song beneath the vast expanse of sky. You walk forward slowly, each step a part of the rain's endless melody, carried gently by the breath of the storm and the calm that follows its song. The veins of light in dark water, the night holds its breath beneath a canopy of thick clouds, the world veiled in darkness, pierced only by the soft, trembling veins of light that weave their way through hidden waters, deep beneath the surface. Currents shimmer like liquid silver, veins of illumination pulsing gently in the silent depths. These veins drift silently through darkened streams, like whispers threading their way through the fabric of dreams, calling to you from places unseen. You find yourself standing at the edge of a quiet pool, where rain falls softly, each drop disturbing the glassy surface in delicate ripples that stretch outward, touching the shadows and catching faint glimmers of moonlight. The water reflects the sky's muted glow, fractured into shimmering fragments by the steady descent of droplets. Watching this, you feel a profound calm wash over you, a quiet dance of light and shadow, motion and stillness, flowing gently beneath the night's veil. Each ripple becomes a messenger, tracing secrets that pass slowly beneath the waters. Surface stories held deep within the current stales of forgotten moments, silent promises and hidden memories folded quietly in the dark. The rain's soft patter blends with the gentle flow of the stream, creating a lullaby for the night, a timeless song carried on liquid threads of light. The air around you is cool and heavy with the scent of damp earth and fresh water. Leaves, soaked by the rain, glisten faintly, their edges blurred in the low light. The world seems to hold its breath in this sacred pause, where time slows and the ordinary melts away into a shimmering realm of reflection and reverie. As you gaze into the pool, the veins of light weave patterns that shift and ripple with subtle grace, like living ribbons floating in slow motion. The movements feel deliberate, almost sentient, drawing you deeper into their hypnotic dance. You feel your heart beat slow, your breath lengthen, as if your very soul is sinking with the water's steady pulse. Darkness cradles the edges of the pool, holding the light gently within its embrace. Here, in the quiet balance between shadow and glow, the veins of light become a pathway, luminous thread connecting the hidden depths of night with the fragile clarity of waking moments. It is a bridge between worlds, a soft passage from the tangible to the intangible, inviting you to follow where it leads. The rain continues to fall, its rhythm steady and soothing, each drop a note in the endless melody that blankets the earth. The glassy surface of the pool is constantly reshaped by the gentle assault of water, each ripple altering the reflection, fracturing and reassembling the light in an ever-changing mosaic of beauty and mystery. You trace the path of a single droplet as it falls and merges into the stream, sending concentric circles spiraling outward ripples that cross one another, creating intricate patterns that fade and reform like the thoughts that drift through your mind. The water's surface is alive with movement, a calm ripple beneath the vast night sky, carrying away worries and stirring the stillness deep within. Your senses sharpen, attuned to the subtle textures of the moment, the cool touch of mist on your skin, the faint rustle of leaves in the distance, the soft murmur of water flowing through hidden channels. The veins of light beneath the water seem to respond to your presence, pulsing more brightly, their shimmer reaching toward the surface as if eager to reveal secrets just beyond reach. You close your eyes briefly, letting the imagery wash over you, a soothing wave that carries you gently into the realm of dreams. The water's quiet song becomes a whisper in your mind, a gentle invitation to explore the depths of your own thoughts and memories. You feel suspended between two worlds, wake yet dreaming, here yet elsewhere, held tenderly by the night's luminous breath. The night deepens further, shadows stretching long and blending seamlessly with the soft glow of the veins of light. The pool becomes a mirror, not just of the sky above, but of the hidden places within yourself. Reflections shimmer and shift, revealing glimpses of forgotten moments, quiet hopes and whispered fears, all interwoven in the delicate dance of light and darkness. As the hours pass, the rain lessens to a gentle mist, the steady rhythm softening into a lullaby for the closing night. The veins of light beneath the water continue their slow, endless dance, an eternal thread weaving through the darkness, a silent promise held in shimmering currents. You feel a profound peace settle over UA.com, ripple that flows from the depths of the pool through your very being. It is a quiet strength, a gentle reminder that even in the darkest waters, light can find its way, tracing paths of hope and wonder beneath the surface. The first hints of dawn begin to glow faintly on the horizon, casting a pale blush over the sky. The veins of light beneath the water shimmer one last time, their glow softening as they prepare to rest beneath the coming day. You stand quietly, feeling the connection between night and day, shadow and light, stillness and movement. As the world awakens around you, the pool settles into perfect calm once more. The surface, smooth and glassy, holding the promise of new stories yet to flow beneath the veins of light. You carry this moment with you, the memory of shimmering depths, gentle ripples, and the whispered song of rain and water mingling beneath the vast, eternal night. The breath that lingers after rain, the rain has just ceased, and the world around you seems to hold a collective breath, one deep and slow, as if the earth itself exhales after the storm's steady song. The air is thick with the scent of damp earth and fresh leaves, a fragrance so rich and pure it feels as though the very breath of nature has been renewed and purified by the falling water. You stand still, sensing this quiet exhale, this gentle pause that lingers softly like a whispered secret. Soft trails of mist rise from the soaked ground, curling upward in delicate spirals that vanish slowly into the cooling air. These tendrils of vapor seem to carry with them the breath of the rain and echo of the storm's gentle embrace and the promise of calm that follows. The mist weaves through the trees and grasses, touching the petals of flowers still heavy with droplets, and it draws you in, inviting you to follow its silent, winding path. Around you, the landscape is transformed. Every leaf glistens with beads of water that catch the fading light, sparkling like scattered jewels in a treasure trove. The soil, dark and rich beneath your feet, feels alive, soft and welcoming, pulsing with the quiet rhythm of renewal. Even the stones seem softened by the rain's kiss, their surfaces slick but smooth, reflecting the muted colors of the world as if holding onto the moment's serenity. You breathe deeply, filling your lungs with the cool, moist air. Each inhale is like drinking in the essence of the rain's last whisper, a soothing balm that settles deep within. The world around you has quieted, but it is not silent. There is a subtle symphony playing just beneath the surface. The soft rustle of leaves stirred by a gentle breeze, the distant drip of water falling from branches, the faint chorus of night creatures awakening in the moist air all blend into a tapestry of sound that feels both timeless and deeply intimate. In this moment, you become acutely aware of the stillness that follows rain, not an absence, but a presence thick and palpable with peace. It's as if the air itself holds the memory of the storm's passing, a tender trace woven through every breath you take. You feel the calm draw you closer, a gentle pull toward the heart of the quiet that now cradles the world. The trees around you stand tall and steady, their trunks wrapped in moss and dripping with last remnants of rain. Their branches stretch upward, reaching for the sky now clearing, where clouds begin to part and reveal hints of stars flickering faintly through the veil. The transition from storm to stillness is slow and deliberate, like the soft closing of a book that leaves its story lingering in your thoughts. You step forward, each footfall cushioned by the wet earth, sinking slightly into the softness of the ground. The trail before you winds through the woods, inviting exploration through the damp, fragrant wilderness. Every step feels like a quiet communion, a moment shared with the world as it breathes in the aftermath of rain, holding its peace gently. Reverently, the breath that lingers is more than just air. It is the essence of renewal, a quiet testament to the cycles of nature that ebb and flow with unending grace. It carries the gentle promise of growth and healing, whispered softly in the language of water and wind, earth and leaf. You sense the invisible threads that connect all living things in this fragile, vibrant moment, a shared pulse of life humming beneath the surface. As you move deeper into the woods, the mist thickens around you, enveloping everything in a delicate embrace. The light is diffused and soft, turning the world into a dreamlike landscape where shadows fade and colors blend in soothing hues of green and gray. The silence deepens here, filled with the subtle breath of life awakening in the rain's wake. Your senses sharpen, tuned to the smallest details, the delicate shimmer of spider webs, heavy with moisture, the gentle sway of ferns as a breeze stirs them, the soft patter of a small stream flowing nearby, carrying the rain's final gift onward. Each element is part of the great, quiet orchestra of renewal, playing a melody that soothes the soul and calms the mind. You pause beside the stream, watching the water ripple over smooth stones, reflecting the pale light of a moon beginning to rise. The surface is disturbed only by the steady trickle of droplets falling from overhanging branches, each one sending out tiny waves that spread and fade in perfect harmony. The scene feels timeless, still moment captured in the endless flow of life and water. Closing your eyes, you lean into the breath of the night, feeling it fill your being with a profound sense of peace. The rain's whisper still echoes in your mind, a quiet lullaby that carries you gently through the darkness. You are suspended between wakefulness and dream, wrapped in the soft embrace of stillness, thick with secret peace. The world feels fragile yet stronger, delicate balance, held in the breath that lingers after rain. It is a reminder that even after storms, there is calm. Even after turmoil, there is healing. The night cradles you in its vast arms, a tender guardian of the quiet moments that shape and sustain us. As you stand immersed in this peaceful silence, the first light of dawn begins to seep through the trees, painting the horizon in gentle shades of pink and gold. The breath of rain slowly lifts, but its presence remains, eternal thread woven through the fabric of night and day, holding you close in its soothing grace. With a deep, steadying breath, you continue your journey, carrying the rain's whispered promise within a calm that will follow you beyond the night, a secret peace that lingers long after the last drop falls. The shadow that waits for morning, the boundary between night and day, is a fragile seamer, quiet place where light and shadow mingle in soft, muted tones. Here, where darkness clings to the edges of morning's first breath, a shadow waits. It does not rush or roar. It is patient and still, a subtle presence cloaked in the gentle grey that softens the world before dawn. You sense its nearness, a watchful calm that balances on the cusp of light dot. As you stand in this quiet space, the air cool and tinged with the scent of dew and earth, you feel the shadow's silent breath mingling with your own. It moves with the rhythm of slow, deliberate, timid hurried, and steady like the slow unfolding of morning light that paints the horizon in soft pastels. This shadow holds a kind of quiet power, neither threatening nor harsh, but deep and enduring. Around you, the world is hushed, wrapped in the gentle folds of twilight. Trees stand like silent sentinels, their leaves whispering softly in a breeze that carries the promise of dawn. The earth beneath your feet is damp and cool, the traces of night's rain still fresh and alive. The shadow does not obscure here. Instead, it blends with the muted tones, weaving through the landscape like a thread of calm that connects all things. You breathe slowly, each inhale drawing in the delicate stillness that surrounds you. The shadow's presence is both mysterious and comforting, an ancient watcher that has seen countless dawns and held vigil through endless nights. It invites you to pause, to sink into the calm it offers, and to trust the slow passage of time as night yields gently to day. The first light of dawn begins to seep softly into the sky, tinting clouds with pale hues of pink and gold. The shadow responds not with retreat, but with steady grace, lingering just beyond the edges of light, a guardian at the threshold. Its form shifts subtly in the growing brightness, becoming part of the landscape's quiet poetry, a soft contrast that makes the morning glow all the more radiant. You feel the subtle tension between fear and comfort, the instinct to flee from darkness and the deeper knowing that the shadow's watch is protective. It is a presence that holds space for both light and dark, for uncertainty and trust. This balance resonates within you, a mirror of the complexity of your own heart. As the world awakens around you, birds begin their tentative songs, and leaves shimmer with the first touches of dew. The shadow moves with a slow, deliberate rhythm, a silent dance that honors the night's final breath and the morning's hopeful beginning. It is a reminder that all endings are beginnings, and that waiting, when patient and calm, holds its own quiet strength. You step forward slowly, feeling the ground steady beneath your feet and the soft pull of the day ahead. The shadow follows not as a burden, but as a companion, its presence, a steady anchor amid the shifting light. The air feels charged with possibility, tinged with the warmth of the rising sun and the lingering cool of night's embrace. Time seems to stretch and fold, here moments expanding into gentle waves that carry you forward. You are suspended between two worlds, the fading night and the awakening day, held tenderly by the shadows, watchful calm. It whispers of patience, resilience, and the beauty found in the space between certainty and mystery. The sky brightens, slowly, and the shadow softens, its edges blurring into the growing light. Yet it does not disappear. Instead, it settles quietly within you, a steady flame glowing beneath the surface. A source of calm you can carry through whatever the day may bring. You close your eyes for a moment, letting the watchful calm seep into your bones. The shadow's presence is a gentle embrace, a silent promise that you are never truly alone, even in the uncertain hours before dawn. It holds you softly, grounding you in the eternal rhythm of night and day. The world breathes in harmony around you, the breath of morning mingling with the last whispers of night. The shadow lingers, still patient, soft and steadier, timeless guardian, watching for the dawn's first light. The rain's soft kiss on broken glass. The night is heavy with rain, a gentle but relentless symphony tapping out its delicate rhythm upon the shattered fragments of glass that lie scattered like forgotten stars across the cold ground. Each shard, sharp yet fragile, holds the rain's soft kiss, a tender caress that transforms jagged edges into instruments of whispered melody. As droplets fall and shatter against the broken glass, they sing a quiet song, a fragile beauty etched in sound and light. You crouch near the scattered pieces, your breath mingling with the cool, damp air. The scent of wet stone and fresh rain surrounds you, grounding you in this moment suspended between shadow and illumination. The fractured glass captures the faint glow of distant street lamps and moonlight, scattering it in shards of brilliance that dance in the rain's embrace. Each glimmer is a flicker of light caught in a delicate dance, fragile yet enduring. The sound is subtler, soft tapping and tinkling that rises and falls with the steady fall of raindrops. It is a melody woven from absence and presence, brokenness and renewal. You listen closely, drawn into the tender cadence that emerges from the interplay of rain and glass. A whispered conversation between elements that seem at odds yet perfectly entwined around you. The world is muted, wrapped in the gentle hush of rain-soaked night. The glass glistens like scattered diamonds, each fragment a tiny universe reflecting the sky's shifting moods. You watch as raindrops trace slow paths down the shards, their movement like soft tears falling from the edges of a fractured dream. The delicate balance between danger and beauty holds your attention, each piece sharp, yet somehow safe beneath the rain's gentle touch. The rain's rhythm guides your thoughts inward, each drop a soft punctuation in the quiet narrative unfolding. Beneath the night's canopy, the fractured light plays upon your skin, casting intricate shadows that flicker and pulse with the rhythm of the storm. In this fragile world, time slows, allowing you to sink deeply into the sensory tapestry woven by sound, light, and touch. You trace the outline of a particularly large shard with your fingertips, feeling its cool smoothness contrasted with jagged edges that catch faint glimmers of light. It is a paradoxa, symbol of damage and resilience, pain and beauty coexisting in delicate harmony. The rain's kiss softens the sharpness, wrapping the glass in a veil of shimmering droplets that catch the darkness and turn it into something luminous. A soft breeze stirs, carrying the scent of wet leaves and distant earth. The rain intensifies, briefly, its cadence quickening, and the glass responds with a heightened sparkle, each drop striking with renewed energy. The melody swells, a symphony of delicate sounds that fills the night with a tender resonance. You close your eyes and let the music wash over you, feeling it seep into your bones like a healing balm. This moment of fragile beauty feels like a secret shared between you and the nighter, quiet testament to the power of light within darkness and softness within brokenness. The rain and the glass together create a sacred space where imperfections are honored, and every fracture becomes a facet of shimmering truth. As the rain continues its steady descent, the shards remain, each holding its silent song beneath the storm's embrace. You rise slowly, leaving the delicate constellation behind, but carrying its melody within, a quiet reminder that even in shattered places, beauty can bloom and light can find a way to shine. The night deepens, shadows stretching long and blending seamlessly with pools of shimmering glass. The rain's soft kiss lingers, a lasting caress that wraps the world in gentle grace. You walk onward, each step echoing softly against the stones, your spirit touched by the fragile light that dwells. In the dark, the storm begins to wane, droplets thinning into a gentle mist that floats lightly on the breeze. The glass, still sparkling, seems to hold the last echoes of rain's tender song, a melody that will live on in quiet memory long after the skies clear. You breathe deeply, savoring the moment's delicate peace, the fragile beauty of broken light held close in the heart of darkness. The rain's soft kiss has left its marker, quiet lullaby, whispered on shattered glass and carried gently into the coming dawn. The last flicker before the dawn, the night leans slowly into dawn. Its final breath, a fragile flicker fading against the steady advance of light. The last star trembles, winking softly before slipping quietly beyond the horizon, surrendering its place to the pale glow that stretches across the sky. You stand beneath the lingering rain, its final song a gentle refrain that cradles the world in a tender embrace, a melody born of shadow and softened by the promise of day. The air is cool and thick with the scent of wet earth and fresh beginnings. Raindrops fall softly, their rhythm slowing into a gentle patter that weaves through the stillness like a whispered lullaby. Each drop seems to carry a secret farewell, goodbye to the dark hours, and a quiet greeting to the morning yet to come. The sky shifts in delicate hues of lavender and rose, colors folding softly into one another like a dream dissolving. You breathe deeply, the cool moisture filling your lungs and settling your heart. The rain's final song surrounds you, a steady, soothing presence that has held you through the night's long vigil. It is a sound both mournful and hopeful, a bridge between the fading dark and the approaching light. The world feels suspended in this fragile moment, caught between endings and beginnings, rest and awakening dot around you. The earth glistens with rain's last caressbles, shimmer like mirrors reflecting the soft blush of dawn. Leaves drip with lingering droplets, and the scent of wet moss rises gently from the soil. The landscape is still, wrapped in a quiet calm that seems to hold its breath, waiting patiently for the sun's first touch. You close your eyes, letting the rain's lullaby wash over you one last time. The melody folds around your thoughts, weaving through memories and dreams, pulling you gently toward rest. It is a song of completion and renewal, a final flicker of night's tender grace before the world awakens anew. The last star fades fully now, replaced by the faintest glimmer of sunlight that stretches cautiously across the horizon. Shadows recede, melting into the growing light, and the sky brightens with a promise that every ending holds the seed of a beginning. Every dusk a dawn waiting to be born. You feel the night's embrace loosen gently, its hold softening, like a fading sigh. The rain quiets, its rhythm slowing until only the faintest patter remains, a gentle pulse in the heart of the waking world. The air feels lighter now, charged with the quiet energy of renewal and hope with each breath. You become more aware of the shifting world around you, the soft rustle of awakening leaves, the distant call of early birds, the fresh warmth that hints at the sun's rising presence. The night's vigil comes to a close, and you are ready to step forward. Carried by the last flicker of darkness into the embrace of morning's breath, you open your eyes slowly. The first light of day painting, the sky in shades of gold and rose. The rain has ceased, leaving behind a world washed clean and softly glowing. The silence is full of possibility, blank canvas waiting to be filled with the colors of a new day. As you stand in the quiet aftermath, the night's final song still echoes softly within you, a reminder of the calm that holds beneath every storm, the peace that follows every shadow. The flicker before dawn is more than an end. It is a gentle invitation to begin again. You take a step forward, feeling the solid earth beneath your feet and the rising warmth of the sun's light on your skin. The journey through darkness has carried you hard to this moment of fragile light and endless promise. The world breathes deeply around you, alive with the dawn's tender song. The last flicker before the dawn fades into morning's steady glow, leaving you wrapped in quiet hope and the timeless rhythm of life renewed.